the kneel for grave where my uche de Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall. Now watch up, I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now dust we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you. Oh.
I see Mami Nkechi, a rapper don't tell. She the kneel for grave where my uche de Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall. Now watch up, I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now dust we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Try yo, back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try yo.
Back up joins with a trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
Breaking news reaching us now, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested, extradited to Nigeria, and is right now being arraigned at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kanu is facing charges bordering on treasonable felony instituted against him at the Federal High Court.
It was an unjust war.
Long ago, in the heart of Biafra, a nation was born from the ashes of war. A war that scarred the land and its people, yet it never killed the spirit of freedom.
The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more.
It was in this land, scarred by conflict, that Nnamdi Kanu was born, a son destined to revive the dream of independence for Biafra.
And if anybody is going to judge our success and failure in this war, it will have to depend on how much we have prevented the enemy from killing us.
Raised with the echoes of his ancestors' struggles, Kanu understood that the wounds of war ran deep in the hearts of his people. The scars from the Biafran War, which ravaged the land and cost countless lives, had never healed. The dream of an independent Biafra, broken but not forgotten, lived on in the hearts of those who survived. It was these voices, these memories, that called him to action. As Nnamdi Kanu grew, so did his voice. He became a preacher of justice, a messenger for those who were unheard. He spoke not just for his generation, but for all those whose lives were shattered by the war. The pain of the past was alive within him, and his words resonated with the cries of the oppressed. But as Kanu's message spread, so did the fear of the establishment. His calls for self-determination grew louder, shaking the very foundations of the government. They feared the revival of a Biafran spirit, one that could awaken the wounds of the past and ignite a new conflict. And so, they moved against him. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, his body captured, but his spirit unbroken. The authorities believed that imprisoning him would extinguish the fire he had started. But they failed to understand the depths of his cause. The pain of the war, the bloodshed of the past, was not something easily forgotten. It was a flame that could never be fully extinguished. His arrest became a symbol of the struggle that began in the blood-soaked fields of the Biafran War. The demand for freedom was still alive. The fight for justice continued, not just for Nnamdi Kanu, but for all the lives lost, for all the children born into a world of scars. The fight for Biafra is not just his fight. It is the fight of all those who have ever dreamed of a free land. And though the past may haunt the present, the future is still unwritten. As long as the story of Nnamdi Kanu is told, as long as the voices of his people rise, the dream of Biafra lives on. Arrested, again, 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 and yet again.
I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra, my right to agitate, my right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism.
This is Nnamdi Kanu speaking. Biafra land, listen. They thought they could silence me, but they didn't just cage me. They caged your spirit. They made you forget that our land still bleeds, that our people still suffer, that nothing has changed. 5 years in chains. But what about you? Are you not free? Or have they bound your voice with fear? The struggle was never about me, it was about you, your children, your land, your future. So I ask you, where is the fire that once burned in your heart? Where is the voice that once roared for freedom? Wake up! Rise again. Speak. Act. Remember who you are. This is Nnamdi Kanu.
This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran. Palibran. I will tell you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Wherever they go, wherever they go, opposite Udi, but the right hand the side, along Gusukudu Road, I see people run, I see people run, then I ask the driver waiting they happen, driver waiting they happen. Driver tell the pali boy, see no day for talk, see no day for talk. It better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver waiting, driver waiting. This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran. Palibran. I will tell you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Wherever they go, wherever they go, opposite Udi, but the right hand the side, along Gusukudu Road, I see people run, I see people run, then I ask the
oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile ekere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri, ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oru 2 na 4 bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala, ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke ebere dị ngọzi, ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube onye ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị, amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi, ka igwe tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro, ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị, onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ, ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ, ije obodo ekwensu bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị, onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke ebere na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe, mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne, ịdị n'otu ọganiru, ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna, ka iwe tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezuga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Ka ọ ga-abụ na ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa, anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị, wee gọzie aha nsọ gị, kpụ isi ala nye gị, bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi mara n'ebighị ebi, ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Kikabia Mapurumi Henine, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it.
Nigerian military. So the encounter in my house on the 14th of September of 2017 is nothing new. It's something that we become accustomed to. The military coming to villages and doing whatever they like. Because in their eyes, we are the conquered people. And when you're the conquered people, you have only one avenue, which is to fight him. In most instances, the only fuel that you need is the rage and anger you feel, not against them, but against the injustice and the system of operation which they have come to create. Mine is a more righteous indignation. I'm not happy about the level of depression, the level of mediocrity, the level of poverty, the level of hopelessness and also backwardness, not just in Nigeria, but across the entire sub-Saharan Africa. And it gives me a cause for concern because some of the universities that the leaders of the civilized world attended were in Canada today. Most of the universities that they went to, some of the second leaders went to the same schools as well. So I'm beginning to wonder, when they taught the same subjects or the same discipline, why must things be different? Why must it be so backward in Africa? Why don't we have any pride, no shame, nothing? So the source of my anger is quite numerous. It's not just one. The silver bullet for me is Biafra. The emancipation of the people of Biafra will put to bed most of these rather negative things that we want to associate with Black people. So I'm it's way deeper than what I see. The fact that we are the lowest people in the world by virtue of every human measurement of indices, we are the lowest people. The best ones in the world are in Africa. The most repressive, backward regimes in the world are in Africa. The most politically naive people are in Africa. That's giving me a cause for concern. The defense of Nigeria wouldn't sound quite right. I think that most people that refer to that video, or actually gathered in London, which I organized, quoted me out of context. I arranged or organized the protest in London that encompassed everybody who claims he or she is a Nigerian to campaign against, or to speak out against what's spoken about, against the imperialist Fulani politic. Most people came because they felt agreed. They said they were Nigerians and they wanted to come to a part of it. I consulted far and wide, and I spoke at every occasion as well. It wasn't intended to convey any sense of, patriotism on my part towards Nigeria at all. We were reacting to a series of events that should not happen in the first place. In this instance, what the Boko people were doing to innocent people, especially the Igbos or the massacre. So I got that way. And also, it served a very useful purpose. Engage the sincerity of Nigerians towards fighting what was obviously immense and evil. I understand that I discovered that the country was insoluble. Trying to campaign for liberty and justice. Nigeria was as futility. That's none things done to your own people who give from the way of doing things around and trying to save those who are on sick. As I said, it's righteous indignation. I believe that the only people that could possibly make positive and lasting impact in the lives of Black people, Biafrans, only us in Africa.
To understand that the way South Africa got liberation from the apartheid regime is not the same thing we're going to do. I want to inform you that the way Sudan got disintegrated is not the same thing we are going to do. I want you to understand that the way Ambazonia started fighting their own is not the way we are going to do our own. I want you to understand that the way Eritrea, Tigray, or Ethiopia, and all of them are doing their own is not the way we are going to do our own. We are different from different culture, and Nigeria is completely a different country. The contraption of Nigeria is different from others. And we have been able to research to know the best way to disintegrate Nigeria. And let me tell you, there are many things we are not going to make public. This is just one of the plan. This one will never fail. We are going to add the A, B, C to Z. There is plan A, B, C to Z. And if care is not taken, we are going to apply all the plan at the same time. Because Nigeria don't need to have mess. We don't need to mess. We don't need to have mercy on this evil contraption called Nigeria. The country that have killed millions of Biafra people to maintain one Nigeria. But I want to assure you people today that after this generation of Biafra, after this new generation, after this generation, anybody that had something to do with Nigeria will know that Biafra really have men. And this generation, that our brain is very, very hot. I want to inform you today that by the time we succeed in stopping election in Biafra land, we are going to instigate the governors against Nigeria. This is a nature. It is something that you can never avoid it. By the time we stop the election, we are going to instigate them against each other. Governors will fight the government. Senators will fight the government. They have no choice because they are going to be left alone with us in Biafra land. Those who will succeed in flying away to Abuja to stay, they will enjoy it for a while. And there in Abuja, the Fulanis will deal with them. Because you know what? They're going to be saying, you are all there, and these people have come to take over Biafra, and you people are not talking. They will finish them. But we know Fulani very well. They will finish them in Abuja. Some of them may, some of them may flee outside Nigeria. For how long? You are going to be in exile. We are not in exile. We did not flee. We live here. And the reason why we live here is because of this day that we are into now. Because of today. Because God positioned us where we are today. We did not flee. We did not flee to exile. We moved where we are and where we are living today. Some of you will leave Nigeria and you will run to exile. What I'm explaining today is because of, we need to explain certain things for you people to know why we are doing what we are doing. So anybody that is kicking against this plan should not be part of your group. Anybody that is kicking against this plan should not be part of your group. Anybody that, what they tell you before is that, oh, release, let us support P2B. P2B will get Biafra. That is the dumbest thing I have heard. Very dumb. Very dumb reasoning. Again, they tell you, oh, P2B will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Another dumb thing. You know why we never listen to them is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime. If you think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commit crime, what I'm doing, is it a crime? It's not a crime. And I don't blame Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because the people that joined him when he was calling for people to come and join Biafra, he didn't select them. This criminal just came because they have found opportunity to make a living. That is why today they have tried everything to instigate the government do something against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everything I have done, they say is a crime. Meanwhile, I know that I am not committing a crime. That what I'm doing is what any man can do for the freedom of his people. But the people are saying that what I'm doing is a crime. And it is exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done, which I know is not a crime. And when you listen to these people, they will tell you, oh, I want to turn IPOB to a terrorist organization. As if I am not the one that is preaching this gospel. So you think if IPOB is a terrorist organization, I am exempted? But I know my right. And that's my right. I'm going to stick on it. Like I have said before, Nigeria continues to demonstrate that Nigeria is a lawless country. And we are going to follow Nigeria lawlessness. With lawlessness, I want you to understand that today, Nigeria state.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. Kindly like and share the program to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. Send this message to them, allow them to come and join us. Let's share views. We have come once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. Remember, in this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this platform to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here to attack any race or religion. We don't come here to build camps. All we come here to do is to share views and promote the cause of Biafra. That is what we do. We present Biafra to the world as a remedy to the failed state Nigeria. And we expose the atrocities of Nigerian government against the Biafran people. That we have been doing and that we will continue to do. So wherever you are watching us from today, I urge you to tighten up your seatbelt and also join us and make contributions where necessary as you join us. You are entitled to join us on this program regardless your orientation, regardless your camp you belong, regardless whether you support Biafra or you don't support Biafra, whether you are a Nigerian, Biafran, or any part of Africa or across the world. Wherever you are, as long as you care about humanity and you speak for freedom, you are welcome in this platform to air your opinion, share your ideas with us, and also bring up your superior arguments if you have any. It's a platform where we share views. Do not be afraid to speak your opinion. Do not be afraid to say your word or ask your questions. Nobody's going to eat you up. You are entitled to your opinion. Nobody's going to force you to change your opinion. All you have to do is to reason. That is why we are here. We reason together. At the end of the day, we will find a better common place for us to land and share views. That is why we are here. So I welcome those who have connected to the program, those who are paying attention. I welcome every one of you. Those who genuinely are seeking for freedom. And I appreciate every single one of you that are there watching. Anybody you see in this platform is seeking for answers, not for saga. If you are seeking for saga, you can be here. If you are seeking for propaganda and blackmail, you can be here. Those who join this platform are those who are seeking for answers and informations. And I welcome every one of you. I respect everyone that have joined and those that are going to join later. And the people that are going to watch later, my respect goes to every one of you. We will continue to do our little best, no matter how difficult it is. No matter how they try to discourage us, we will never back down. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. We will continue to say it the way it is. Those who are concerned will always get the information. It's left for them to either change or die in their wickedness. So my fellow Biafrans, we have come once again today to speak on a topic which says the courtroom storms. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu court case / Simon Ekpa appeal, the voice of Biafra on trial. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case / Simon Ekpa appeal, the voice of Biafra on trial. The courtroom storm. Every one of us saw what happened yesterday in the court. We were all here watching and looking. Even though yesterday we didn't have much time as we always do before. Yesterday was, I had some other responsibilities yesterday that I could not be able to run the program the way I always do. But we tried to come online yesterday also to encourage Biafrans and to awaken Biafrans on what is happening. So we have come back today to go back on review of what happened yesterday in the court. What transpired yesterday in the court. Yesterday also we were expecting to hear about the appeal of Mazi Simon Ekpa, but no information came in on that appeal yet. You know, people always carry so many speculations on Mazi Simon Ekpa. And for the fact that in the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa, we don't have informations like we do in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Finland case is kind of shrouded in secrecy, if I should say, or those who are there, who are supposed to bring the informations, are not doing their job. Those who are supposed to give us details about Mazi Simon Ekpa are not doing their job. Every single person now is minding their business, busy promoting themselves, trying to make themselves relevant, and they forgot the real thing. They forget the real thing. This is a man who fought for Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the front line, did everything he can to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not forgotten. Even when all odds turned against him, everybody turned against him, but still he was still pushing on, making sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's voice is not silenced. And today, in his own case, so many people are silenced. They don't even talk about Mazi Simon Ekpa. Those who are supposed to be telling us the details, what is going on, how it's happening, most times we get information from strangers, people who are not even Biafrans. It's a shame. It's a very big shame that most times we get information from Mazi Simon Ekpa from strangers. It's not supposed to be so. This was a man who fought in the front line and conducted a self-referendum that more than 60 million Biafrans voted. But today, almost forgotten. Some people don't even mention him again. They talk about themselves, promote themselves. It's about showing up for themselves, and that's it. But I pray that Chukwu Okike is going to intervene, and in no distance time, our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to join us. So as we proceed on today's program, we are going to get some clip that we got from yesterday's court of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to look through some of the clips that came out from there, look through some of the information that came out from there, and from there we're going to push on to be able to deliberate and see through the wickedness of the Zoological Republic. You also see through when we say that Nigeria, the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in their hand, it's in our hand. Some of you don't understand. When we say we have to start doing something, acting, not talking, it is time to begin to act, begin to take actions, not just talking. Some of you don't understand it. I want us to go through those clips that came out yesterday from the court. Let's go through those clips and see what we will find. That's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu taking information from the lawyers.
The doctor that never examined Nnamdi Kanu but had the audacity to depose 37 paragraph affidavit, countering the report of Professor Ayaj. But surprisingly, they left to my own petition and be treating another issue. And when they confronted them with it, so they succeeded in intimidating me and harassing me with a petition against me at the LTDC. But that one is a different ballgame altogether. Now to the president, Mr. President, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, please, as a matter of urgency, direct Attorney General to discontinue this funny charge. This charge is embarrassing Nigeria the more. And the more they keep on applying for adjournment. I know that they must have advised you, telling you that they don't have a case. I heard them saying. So in order to protect the integrity of Nigeria, please allow them to discontinue this particular charge, and then so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will continue with his agitation. Address all those issues that gave rise to the agitation. Everything will calm down. Anything short of that, if Nnamdi Kanu is released, is expected to continue with the agitation. That is the naked truth. There is no going back. And all those people that are dancing around you, praising you, they are deceiving you. They are making your government unpopular. We are the people that are helping your government, telling you the truth. Attorney General will not tell you the truth, of course. No, don't touch me. Attorney General will not tell you the truth. And another person will not, we are the people that will tell you the truth. They don't have a case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, you know that I believe that Nnamdi Kanu is from the north or from the southwest. We will not be here today. They are doing him because it's from Igbo. Nobody should touch me. Allow me to express myself. It's my right. So Nnamdi Kanu is suffering this thing because he's an Igbo. He's from southeast. Those of you that are in the House of Assembly, Senate, bench warmers, will watch what is going on. At the appropriate time, we will tell you people that yes, the masses are watching you. Thanks and have a nice day. Yes.
There's no place in the dodge. I said, let me through the zone. There's no escape route. Now, you should not even come out. You can fetch by your
Excuse me.
That is our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu taking information from his lawyers, legal counsel, receiving information from his legal counsel. As you know, in the DSS, he doesn't have that privacy. They deny him privacy in the DSS. We heard that where they kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is completely blocked. So most times the lawyers cannot have a conducive environment to speak to him. The only place they have to talk to him in private is in the court for some sensitive information that is meant for them. That is why most time when you see them, they are rushing when he comes to the court. Everyone delivering his own information. And it's left for our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to process them and then give the instructions. That alone can tell you what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is happening. It is not easy to process all this information.
The report is actually to advise the court whether Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial or continuation of trial and whether it deserves to be transferred to a hospital, i.e. the National Hospital. So that report was not in. So for that reason, the prosecution made a motion, an application to adjourn the matter to another day, and the judge granted the application and adjourned the matter to 16th October.
So on the issue of medical counsel, yesterday medical counsel sat on the issue that has to do with Professor Ayaj. And when I got the information, I went to that place because I've written a petition against the DSSS doctor, the one that never examined Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and wrote the report. That was a couple of years ago, and nothing happened. Then I also wrote another one against the doctor that never examined Nnamdi Kanu, have the audacity to depose 37 paragraph affidavit, countering the report of Professor. But surprisingly, they left to my own petition and be treating another issue. I went there, confronted them with it. So they succeeded intimidating me and harassing me with a petition against me at the LTDC. But that one is a different ballgame altogether. Now to the president, Mr. President, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, please, as a matter of urgency, direct Attorney General to discontinue this money charge. This charge is embarrassing Nigeria the more. And the more they keep on applying for adjournment. I know that they must have advised you, telling you that they don't have a case. I don't say. So in order to protect the integrity of Nigeria, please allow them to discontinue this particular charge, and then so that the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will continue with his agitation. Address all those issues that gave rise to the agitation. Everything will calm down. Anything short of that, if Nnamdi Kanu is released, is expected to continue with the agitation. That is the naked truth. There is no going back. And all those people that are dancing around you, praising you, they are deceiving you. They are making your government unpopular. We are the people that are helping your government, telling you the truth. Attorney General will not tell you the truth, of course. No, don't touch me. Attorney General will not tell you the truth. And then we are the people that will tell you the truth. They don't have a case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, you know that I believe that Nnamdi Kanu is from the north or from the southwest. He will not be here today. They are doing him because he's from Igbo. Nobody should touch me. Allow me to express myself. It's my right. So Nnamdi Kanu is suffering this thing because he's an Igbo. He's from southeast. Those of you that are in the House of Assembly, Senate, bench warmers, will watch what is going on. At the appropriate time, we will tell you people that yes, the masses are watching you. Thanks and have a nice day. Yes.
You have heard the briefing from the lawyers and what transpired in the courts yesterday. And I really love the end part of it where Barrister Maxwell called out those who are relaxing in the Senate and the House of Rep, who feel that they can do anything and get away with it, even when the masses are calling on them. When there is a duty for them to perform, they never show up. We are watching, and they will be dealt with appropriately when the time comes. So in a nutshell, on hearing what transpired in the court yesterday, the Federal High Court, Abuja, adjourned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trial to October 16th, 2025. The case was adjourned to October 16th, 2025. The reason for the adjournment, the court requested a medical report from the Nigerian Medical Association in the last court. Remember, the judge ordered that a report should be sent from the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, to assess whether Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is medically fit to stand trial, to check his health status. That is what was agreed on the last court. And that very information was sent and ordered was given to Nigerian Medical Association to present a medical report of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But from all we are hearing, they said that the medical report has not yet reached them. At the same time, I shared in this platform a post that was made by one of the media in Nigeria, that medical report has been received, and many people saw that post. Many people saw that post. When I posted that, many people saw that post, if you can remember. So it's not as if we made it up. And now this is where we get concerned. When we talk about the zoological republic called Nigeria, their lies, their criminality, their income. This is exactly what we are talking about. Because they can do anything and they can manipulate anything. They can delay Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for as long as they want. And it is because of all these things we say that the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in our hand, we that are Biafrans. It is our responsibility to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be free. Every one of you saw when I shared that very thing here from Punch newspaper, and I want to bring it up again. When Punch wrote and confirmed that that very medical report had been sent, to our greatest surprise yesterday, what we are hearing in the court is that they have not received that report. And I want to bring back that very thing I shared for you all to see. Maybe you will remember if you have forgotten. If you have forgotten, you just have to look and you remember. This is Punch. Except they have deleted it. You go to their listen now, you're still going to see. Punch newspaper is not a small news media. Look at what they wrote here. Nigerian Medical Association conducts court-ordered check on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Submit report. Submits report. Nigerian Medical Association conducts court-ordered check on Kanu. Submits report. I don't know if there is any other thing hidden in this word. What the word said is that they have submitted report. They have done they have conducted the ordered check, and they have submitted the result. But yesterday in court, what we are hearing is that the test has not been done, the report has not been submitted, and that is why the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was adjourned to 16th. That is why the case was adjourned to 16th. Now you can imagine the drama and what we have to face with the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. A country where you can never, ever, ever be sure of anything. They can say one thing in the morning, and in the evening, they are saying a different thing. You can never, ever confirm anything in Nigeria. Nothing appears the way it looks. Because I shared it, that is why I have to share it, because I was among those who shared it, and many other platforms shared it. The brother Thomas and Mazi Nnamdi shared it.
No.
Many credible people, they shared this very information.
I want to also...
And, people thought that this thing has been done. All of a sudden, for us to come now, and we are hearing that the test has not been conducted. It is a shame. It is a shame, a very big shame that was never expected. But all the same, we will continue. We will never give up, and we will continue to push forward. So going forward, on what transpired yesterday in the court. The reason of the adjournment, the court requested a medical report from Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, to assess whether Kanu is medically fit to stand trial. That means that test has not been submitted. That was why the case was adjourned yesterday to 16th. During proceedings, the prosecution informed the court that the Nigerian Medical Association board has not yet completed the investigation, and thus the medical report is not ready for submission. The same medical report I shared here that Punch told us it had been submitted. NMA is denying it. And that was the only reason they had yesterday to adjourn the case to 16th. The judge, James Omotosho, approved the adjournment, given there was no objection from Kanu's legal counsel to granting time for medical board to finish its work. The counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not object. And that was how the court went yesterday. The court also emphasized that the medical report is crucial to determine the next step. The court emphasized that the medical report is crucial to determine the next step, specifically whether Kanu can continue standing trial in his current condition, or if adjustment, example, transfer to hospital, are necessary. You can see the appearance of yesterday, as I said yesterday, it is focused solely on the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are not talking about his release now. We are not talking about the case. We are talking about the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, either to allow him to go for medical treatment or not. And they forgot that it is his right. It is his right. What you are seeing today that's happening in the court of Nigeria is abuse of human rights. It's crime against humanity. Crime against humanity. Refusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to take proper medical care. It is crime against humanity because international law does not support that. International law guarantees that every man detained in detention, including those who are imprisoned, they have rights and access to medical care, proper medical care, the same level that you have as a free man. I read it yesterday, how the law says it. They have the right to access medical care. I'm talking about prisoners, let alone somebody who you detain illegally, and they're still holding you. As we speak, we are not even sure of the medical report they're going to present. We are not sure what they are working on because this test has been done before, I could remember. It has been done before, which the lawyers here on one of their speech said that they did the test. They conducted about five medical experts, we are called, and they did that test and they presented it to the Attorney General and this motor show. But they were not satisfied. They decided to conduct it. Others say the 7 zones of Nigeria, they brought experts from the 7th zone for NMA to come together and bring a report, and that is the one they are waiting for. It's not as if this test cannot be conducted. It had been conducted before, but they rejected it. And now we are waiting to see what this one they want to accept, what is going to come out of it. It is sad. The medical report they are bringing today, nobody is even sure. Nobody can guarantee that it is valid. Nobody can guarantee that it's the proper medical report. We know what Nigeria can do. We know how they have threatened the doctor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a professor. We know how they have threatened him, summoned him on several occasions. We know that Nigeria can compromise anything. The one that was presented before, they rejected it, and they claimed it was prepared before the court properly authorized the medical assessment. Now we are waiting for them to bring the one they now authorized to compare it and see. And while they are waiting, someone's life is going down every day. Someone's life is going down every day. The manipulation they are pushing is something that we know that Nigeria is fond of. They can manipulate anything. They can do anything. But I bet you, Biafrans, we must be vigilant. We must be vigilant. While we wait for the next hearing that is going to come out on the 16th of October, 2025. By that date, the Nigerian Medical Association Board must submit the report on Kanu's health and fitness to stand trial. We will see what their report is going to say. And based on that report, the court will decide how to proceed, whether trial continue or modification indeed needed. Everything you are seeing is just a tactics to continue to delay the freedom of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have said it time and time again that persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be tolerated. What you are seeing today is human rights abuse done before the whole world, and they do nothing about it. An innocent man you are holding captive. Not just that you are holding him captive, you have refused him to get proper medical care. And yet, you want us to clap. You want us to clap and be silent and pretend that all is well. We will not. We will not. Many voices have spoken. Presently, it has taken the voice of Sowore to call out even the southeastern governors and everything to go for protest for the reason of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is how bad it is. Our own people are so scared. They are so scared that they cannot even stand up for their brother. It took someone else. It took someone else to stand up and demand for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they are not ashamed. They are not ashamed. Sowore has called them out and challenged them to come for a rally in Asarok. And finally, the Abia State this thing have responded and they said they're going to come. They're going to fix a date and inform him. So does it mean that they didn't know that this can be done before until Sowore called their attention? Does it mean that they didn't know? They only woke up when Sowore called their attention. Is that how bad it has become? You can imagine how scared they are. They are not even bold enough to make any move. They are not bold to make any move, even when they know that their brother is detained illegally. And I want you to hear this point that Sowore made. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue to be detained and why these people refuse to talk and they will never talk. And he challenged them to come out.
Time Nnamdi Kanu appears in court, and his case has lingered for too long and so long. Shouldn't we be talking about a political solution now to resolve all of these and probably give closure to the people of the Southeast and maybe peace too?
You know, the Kanu situation didn't need to last one day longer than the day Buhari left. Kanu was Buhari's personal prisoner because those people, the Buharis of this world, believe that Nigeria is a real estate that must be held together, it must be united. But do we think that people who claim they have broad minds about what Nigeria is, the diversity of Nigeria, the crisis, is the first person they would have done, the first person they would have let go is Nnamdi Kanu. Because didn't we let go Sunday Igboho? Have we burned down Yoruba land? Before Buhari left, I was one of the people fighting for Ezaki. The argument by those who were opposed to his release was that if he comes, he will burn down Kaduna. Ezaki has been out of jail now for how long? He doesn't even have time for Nigeria. He has become an international ambassador for Nigeria. He goes to Lebanon, Iran. I've seen him in Iraq. He has not had time to even rebuild his area base. That shows to you that what of some of the fear-mongering that happens on the corridors of power is driven by unreasonableness, and that is why I just want to say, look, eventually they are going to resolve the issue politically. Because the political issue is a self-determination matter. There's no court of law that can resolve Kanu's matter. Even if he's found guilty by their own standards, it's still going to be he's a political prisoner forever.
Some people have also said that there are also some interests, political interests, even from his region, who do not want him to be free.
We know that because I was earlier in, I think 2023, I was part of some conversation to release him. And what came straight was from Imo State, that he can't be released before the election in Imo State, that he will affect them. And after that, everybody kept coming and said, don't release him, and here we are.
All right, we have to go now. I must thank you very much for your time on the program. Omoyele Sowore.
You just heard the revelation made by Sowore on that very program. That was a striking revelation. And whatever Sowore says there is exactly what we have been saying all this while. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, said a lot about this. Even the video I played today, Mazi Simon Ekpa said the same thing. That no court in Nigeria can convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he has not committed any crime. He has not committed any crime. So the state just decide to hold him for as long as they can. And so they call it Buhari prisoner. But funny to say that, what they call him, Tulubu, the drug baron, have come now to inherit the same thing, and he's still keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up to date. And that now matches to the conspiracy against the Igbo people. In all this, you will always see that conspiracy against the Igbo people. That is why they are holding him. They are so scared of the progress of an Igbo man. They are so scared about the success of the Igbo man, and they think they can stop it. They think they can stop it by intimidation, by imprisonment. These are information that are in the public. And that is why we have said it time and time again, that it is what we do that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All this while, the reason all of them were speaking was because Mazi Simon Ekpa was around putting pressure. When Mazi Simon Ekpa was with us, he had all the politicians, they were calling for his release. Governors were calling for release. The one in Anambra State built a billboard, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Soludo built a billboard, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But today, they have all gone to sleep because they have succeeded in silencing the voice that was speaking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They can now go to sleep and do anything they like. You can imagine that it took Sowore for them to begin to think about a protest. Sowore challenged them that it is not just by talking. If you are serious, come out, let us march to Asorok and protest. And that he will lead it. Only then and then, some people in Abia State section began to say they are going to fix a date so they can make that march to Asorok. What happened to the other governors? What happened to the other people in the Southeast? It is so sad and shameful. You saw the other brother who was the representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu County. When he was speaking in the House of Rep, you saw how they attacked him in the House of Rep. In that House of Rep, we have many Biafrans there. They were seated. They couldn't even join him. At least to protest, conduct a walkout. They couldn't do anything. Only to see that one that come himself, a deputy speaker, come up and stop and water the whole thing that guy just said. He watered it down that they are going to send a normal, apply for in a normal way in a day or two. And when they apply, then they will not give them a date when to hear it. Meanwhile, a life is in danger. Somebody's life is in danger. Somebody's life is in danger. This is how our people have been beaten to the extent that they can no longer voice out when they need to. They are so scared. They are so scared in the issue of Nigeria, and yet you continue to force yourself to be there. Why must you be in that contraption? Why? Tell me the reason a Biafra must continue to be in a place where you know you are not wanted. You are not part of the program. Before anything is done to you, you must explain and explain and explain and explain. You must go extra mile to prove one thing or another before they will listen to you. How long are we going to continue in that pathway? For how long? For how long are we going to continue on that pathway? From every indication, that test that caused the postponement of case of Mazi have been done before. Has been done. Apart from that, recently, Punch sent a message that has been done. Only for us to wake up and begin to hear a different thing altogether. And the lawyers are helpless. When I say it is you and I that free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't miss words. It is our action that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Pressure. If we don't put pressure on the government of Nigeria, nothing is going to happen. If you don't want pressure, I have said it before on this program, that the governments do not release their prisoner out of pity. No government on earth release their prisoners out of pity. They don't. They don't. Government only release their prisoners out of pressure. Either local pressure, international pressure, or pressure from one angle or the other. That is the only thing that can make them release their prisoner. Apart from that, they will hold you until thy kingdom come. And it is high time every one of us begin to pay attention to these facts. And understand that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not just end in the courtroom. Because they know what is coming with it. They know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for. But it is sad that those who are supposed to be in the front line pushing forward for this case, they are the ones that are downplaying it. They are the ones downplaying the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people that are supposed to be in the front line, they are the ones downplaying the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not representing one man. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is representing a nation. A nation. And if you don't understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing for a nation, watch this crowd. This crowd you are going to see are not paid. They are not hired. The crowd we are seeing are Biafrans. Not paid. They are not hired. These are people who genuinely take out the demand. And you think that these people are paying? Think that this is... You think that this is for jokes? Somebody that can be able to raise this crowd. And this is in Biafra land. A crowd where millions of people came out. Millions of people came out to ask for their freedom. And you think you can just play it and throw it away. Look at the crowd. This is not a hired crowd. It is not a child's play. This is the man they are toiling with his life. This is the man the politicians in Biafra land, Asorok and Nigeria is toiling with his life. A man that represents millions. You know, sometimes when we are talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some people think it's one kind of a social media warrior who comes and get 2,000 views, who comes on social media and get 3,000 followers. No, it is not. We are talking about a man that is controlling the entire Biafra land, the old Southeastern region. A man that will give an order for the entire old Southeastern region and everywhere will stand still. That is the person they are holding today, playing with his life. Even when he has not committed any crime. This is the person. Now, when you watch this crowd, this is what the politicians are scared of. It is because of you, because of me. That is why the politicians will not ask for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why the governors don't want to ask for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can imagine a man that can raise this crowd. What you are seeing is raw crowd. People that came on their own, not paid. No single person here was paid. They came out in mass to demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. To give support. One ideology, one faith. And you think by taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, that you take out Biafra. You are a madman. You are nothing but a mad person. If they refuse to do the needful, the Biafrans will fight back. And when we fight back, it will be unstoppable. It will be unstoppable. No man born of a woman will stop the movement. No man born of a woman will stop the movement. And it's going to happen. It is going to happen. Every one of us have to prepare. It is high time we march and take back our leader. We cannot get the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by only coming to shout online, by only focusing on the court. Action has to be taken. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who was doing that job, is no longer there. So it is high time everybody take a responsibility. We need to be responsible. Every one of us take responsibility. And we need to start doing something to make sure that our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. It is sad. When you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court yesterday, you see that his face is swollen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not himself. His face is swollen. That is not the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we know. And they continue to play with life. They continue to play with the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they feel nobody will do anything. Because they have seen that we are relaxing. They have seen that we are just relaxing. Nobody cares anymore. Every one of us is now focused on propaganda and blackmail, focusing on talking about irrelevant issues that doesn't make sense. How long are we going to continue to be silent? What are you waiting for before you take an action to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What are you waiting for? How do you feel when you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court of Nigeria? How do you feel? As a Biafran, how do you feel when you see our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigerian court? No. How do you feel? Each time you look at Nigerian court, you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. You see how the lawyers are even running around with him. Because the lawyers cannot even have a private discussion with him in the DSS. We have talked about that several times, that the place is bugged. The lawyers reported about that. And the place is bugged. They can't have any private talk. That is why whenever he comes to court, you see them rushing. Everybody will come and be giving his own update. They will come and give their own update, give their own information, because they can't do that in DSS where he's been detained. We watch our student Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health going down every day. Every day. We are not concerned. We are not concerned. When you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't you have some feelings in you? When you watch Mazi Nnamdi Kanu see his appearance, don't you have the feelings in you? Just look at it. See the pressure, carrying the weight of millions of people on his shoulders. That crowd you saw there, this man is carrying the weight of that millions of crowd you saw that I just showed. All because of one man. And we allow them to belittle us. We allow them to call us names. We allow them to degrade us. And the most painful is that we ourselves are part of the problem. We, the Biafra people, we are part of the problem. We are part of the problem. Because we are also helping to create room for the enemies to do what they are doing. In most cases, you find out that it is even the Biafran people that are in the front line. They are the ones that are being used against themselves. We have seen it on several occasions. That our own people are being used against ourselves. And that is a fact. It is not a propaganda. It is not a blackmail. You see it every day. Just as we are talking about the persecution of the Christians today, you find out that even when they want to respond, they use the Christians to respond. It is so sad to finally see that even the so-called Christian Association of Nigeria came out to deny that Christians are not persecuted in Nigeria. What a shame. Christian Association of Nigeria came out to deny that there is genocide against the Christians in the north. That is how evil Nigeria is. A country that can do anything to demonize people. A country that can do anything to destroy the image of people. A country that can do anything to push their own evil agenda. It is very, very sad. This is the country where we find ourselves, where they will turn brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters. It is so sad. But we must do our own part as Biafrans. We must do our own part. Because if we refuse to do our own part, it is going to be destructive in the time to come. It is going to be destructive in the time to come. Nobody is going to fight for you as a Biafra. Nobody. Nobody. Biafrans, you are the target. The Igbo Biafrans, you are the target. No other person, you are the target. And if you fail to recognize this, if you fail to listen to this and do something, you are going to regret it. You will regret it. It is so sad in what we see that Nigeria has become so manipulative that even they manipulate brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters, that today, if you see the people today they use to debunk the genocide against Christians, it is the same Christians. The same people that claim to be Christians, they are the ones that are using to lie against their own people. They use them to lie against their own people. They go on organize. You can imagine a government that was able to organize fake pastors for campaign. A government that was able to organize fake pastors for campaign that we saw on video. Fake pastors. And the country moves on as if nothing happened. Nobody was held accountable. You can imagine. An organization like CAN, Christian Association of Nigeria. Christian Association of Nigeria. They came out and they issued a statement. They say why they condemn the killing and the attacks in Nigeria, that it has distanced itself from narrative that there is systemic Christian genocide being carried out by the state. They distance themselves. They distance themselves. You can imagine. Christian Association of Nigeria distance themselves from it. That there is a state-sponsored genocide against the Christians. What do you need to see for you to know that it is state-sponsored? What else do you need to see when you hear that terrorists will be coming and the call will put forward to the military, and they will never come? They will decline. They will decline. What do you say when you hear that sometimes when the terrorists are coming, they come with the military? They come with the military. The military. What do you say when you hear that the military first of all come in and disarm the people? After disarming the people, then the invaders will come. What do you say to that? What do you say when the chief of army staff say the military is colluding with the terrorists? What do you say to that? With all these informations that are available, Khan came out and distanced themselves. You see that you're on your own. You as a Biafran, you're on your own. Nobody is going to fight your battle for you. We must stand up and fight for ourselves. These people have become so manipulative that they use your brother and your sister to fight. Look at this. The people that are in the front line today debunking the fact that there is a genocide in Nigeria are people from the southern part of Nigeria. The Christians themselves. Let me play some videos. You will see. The people who are, even the northerners are not coming out to speak. They are using your own people. And very soon you see Khan will go to US to go and tell them that there is nothing like trouble in Nigeria. This is what we have seen again and again. And if you are not concerned, you better be. Nigeria is so manipulative that the only solution is to get out of that contraption. Nothing else. There is nothing else you can tell me. There's nothing else anybody can do except to get out. Because the evil has eaten into every single soul in that zoo. The evil have eaten into them.
Some of us here may not.
I want you to pay attention to this lawmaker from Edo State. This lawmaker from Edo State and the other deputy rep, that clown from Abia State. You see people from the south, the Christians are the ones that are in the front line, lying and pushing lie against their own people. Unbelievable. In the House of Red, Christians are the ones that are in the front line, attacking a revelation that was made. Just look at them. Listen to this. You don't
not fully appreciate the import of this move in the U.S. Senate. It has been read twice on the floor of the Senate and referred to a committee as we speak. And if we do not take urgent steps to nip it in the bud and it passes the Senate, to reverse it will take us a longer time and cost us even more resources. Mr. Speaker, the main problem here comes from one, those who deliberately demarket Nigeria outside the country, including Nigerians, for variety.
Those who deliberately demarket Nigeria outside the country, including Nigerians, who are those who denigrate Nigeria more than taking a president that has a drug case in the US to make him a president? What denigrates Nigeria more than having a minister that has a case with EFCC in your country? What denigrates the country than having a president who entered into university as a woman and graduated as a man? It does not concern them. But when we come online and we speak the truth, speak the fact with evidence, even evidence from their own conventional media, information from their own conventional media, they come and say you are demarketing them. There is no other person that demarkets the zoo than the zoo itself. What is there to market about the Nigerian? It's just like seeing somebody during the time of the late Muhammad Buhari promoting Buhari. You see how stupid they look. Or this dropout. When you come to defend him, you see how stupid you look. To a normal person that has brain, to a normal human being, you will look very stupid. Look at him with his cap from Edo State. And these are the people they always use. These are the people, either they use somebody from River State, from Edo State, or Igbo man to defend their idiocy. Go to all their if you go to their spokesperson in the DSS, he's an Igbo man. Spokesperson in the police, he's an Igbo man. When they commit all their crime, they will use an Igbo man to be a spokesperson, to defend nonsense, to defend evil. Listen to what this clown is saying.
Of reasons. 2, gross misinformation deeply embedded in the nature of the American educational system. In other words, for many of the children, many of the parents, even some legislators, still look at Nigeria with the eyes of the 1950s and 60s. Mm-hmm. They do not believe that this country has matured and grown beyond this issue of ethnic contestations and disagreements.
You can imagine what a lawmaker is saying. You can imagine what a grown old man, this man should be around 60 or 70.
Yeah.
You can imagine the kind of lie they keep for their unborn children.
That the country has matured. Does he know what maturity is?
Imagine.
Hey, God.
You can imagine.
A country that puts gun on people's head and forcefully they have to be
unity from 1960 to date. From amalgamation to date, there has never been any unity. You see what this clown is saying? Standing on the Senate, all to lie and denigrate a rightful information that has come to the Senate in the US that are deliberating. They are trying everything they can, including lying. But the most painful thing that they are using people from the southern part of Nigeria to push these nonsensical lies. Imagine what a man that has children, grandchildren, he will die very soon and leave this same cage for his children. He's not concerned. Yeah. So many of them there have less than 30 years to live. They don't care what they're going to leave behind for their unborn children. They are not making any plan. Nigeria does not even have 5 years plan. Nigeria doesn't have nothing. Nigeria doesn't even have 2 years plan. You ask the government now, what do you intend to achieve in the next 2 years? They don't have it. Countries of the world have 50 years plan, 100 years plan. Every country in the world, including African countries. Countries will tell you there are 20 years plan. What they intend to, even if they don't achieve it, there's a plan they have. And before you know it, if they don't get all, they will get at least 80% of that plan. Nigeria doesn't have 2 years plan.
A country that when you win election, they find a way to rig you out because they have conspired among themselves that an Igbo man will not be president. And this evil human being is coming to say that they've outgrown, that the American blah, blah, blah doesn't know that the Nigeria has developed. So you see how people can lie to themselves.
It is so annoying. Let's hear it.
Nigeria, with the eyes of the 1950s and 60s, they do not believe that this country has matured and grown beyond this issue of ethnic contestations and disagreements and dislodgements over issues. Over the years, we have gone beyond this. I can't even remember when last communities started fighting because of the Bible or the Quran, or because they want to worship Ogun or Shopuna.
You can imagine what this man is spilling from his mouth. You can imagine.
Yeah.
That he can't remember when Nigerians fought last about religion. You can't just imagine this man.
Yeah.
Something that is still ongoing, even as we speak, is still ongoing.
A country that a few years ago, Deborah, a Christian, was stoned to death and burned to ashes. And this Chineke boy, oh my God.
You can imagine.
Yeah.
God have mercy.
No. Nigerians are concerned with existential issues. And I think the bill, or the motion, as ably presented by the Deputy Speaker, requires us to use all the networks we have and to encourage all the relevant committees of the House and also get the Senate, to get involved in this, to engage those who are handling this matter on behalf of the U.S. government. When Ted Cruz raised this issue, many people thought it was just a statement. It is not. There is an agenda designed to rubbish some of the progress we have made so far in rolling back those elements, those contradictions, those contestations that have continued to undermine our democracy and encourage the institutions and agencies that have promoted corruption and misunderstanding in our society. Mr. Speaker, I support, as a co-mover of this motion, I support the way it has been presented, and I urge my colleagues not to think that this is just an ordinary statement. It is being pursued methodically in the U.S. Senate, and we must engage it before a conclusion is reached. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You see these criminals, they are fear.
Yeah.
But my most anger is that the people that are in the front line to push this out now are people from the south. The deputy speaker is an Igbo man, that idiot. He's the one that raised this motion. The deputy speaker himself, that clown you see there, a man who could not even be able to talk about his own brother that has been jailed. He's from Abia State, too. His innocent brother who has been jailed by the government.
Mazi choose.
Because his ethnicity. Why they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still because of this same ethnicity that clown is saying that they have outgrown it.
Mazi choose is because it's simple. It's just simple. It's because they want to continue to live in a lie, and that lie is the zoo called Nigeria. Because if they don't lie to themselves and lie to the world about these things like he's coming here to say, if they don't do that, eventually the country will disintegrate and good will come out. Then they will not have, they will not, and they will no longer have, they will no longer have the opportunity.
Diplomatic.
Hello? Okay.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, and then they will no longer have that opportunity of chop and chop. Because nobody is holding. It's very simple. You just need to know, with even half a sense, you understand what they are doing. Because they don't have the interests of anybody or people at all, but only them and themselves and their immediate family. So the only way to do that is to keep this demonic entity, to keep it going. So if it continue to go, then they will continue to smile and live well, send their children, even stomach headache, they go abroad for treatment. So that is why they are doing what they are doing. Because they know, trust me, if Nigeria split up, let's say Biafra, Oduduwa, Arewa, and Middle Belt, if they so wishes, or Benin, whatever it is, there will be accountability. People will hold their own to account. It's as simple as that. Oduduwa will not even, Tinubu will not be the president of Oduduwa. It's because of Nigeria. That is why Yorubas are supporting Tinubu as their own to be president. If they have Oduduwa, no way in hell they will let Tinubu.
He will never near there.
Exactly. And if the Arewa will not even have Buhari to be there. Of course. But they put him there because they know what Nigeria signifies. They know, and they know what they wanted him to do. That is to help them conquer the whole place. And that he did exactly. My brother, how do you?
It is so sad. It is so sad. Let's hear this speaker. You see the idiot that presented this very bill. That this clown who cannot even talk about his own brother predicament. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is from Abia State.
Yeah.
He has not committed any crime. Something as simple as allowing him to take medical treatment. That is where they're going to court every day and every day. Now they are joined to 16th again. Something that it is his right, not a privilege, his own right. His own right. He has that right. They denied him his right. You couldn't fight for it. You are busy fighting against a truth that was revealed in the United States. What a shame.
Starting from Bend, the federal constituency. Like I mentioned, Mr. Speaker, it's an matter of urgent public importance, need for a coordinated diplomatic and domestic response to the proposed Nigerian Religious Freedom Accountability Act of 2025, U.S. Senate Bill 2747, and to mischaracterization of Nigeria's security and religious freedom landscape. This bill, sponsored by all members of this House. The House notes that on 9th September 2025, Mr. Speaker, a bill titled Nigeria's Religious Freedom Accountability Act 2025 as 2747 was introduced in the United States Senate, seeking to require the U.S. Secretary of State to designate Nigeria a consigned country of particular concern, if you like, country of particular concern, known as the CPC, and to impose sanctions on Nigerian officials under Executive Order 13818, Global Magnitsky, and related authorities. The House further notes that the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom, USCIRF, has in recent annual report recommended Nigeria for CPC designation, citing persistent violence and violations and state failures to protect against non-state actor abuses. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the House recognizes that Nigeria's constitution guarantees freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, and bars adoption of a state religion, and that successive administrations, security agencies, faith leaders, and civil society continue to undertake measures to protect all worshippers and prosecute offenders, as reflected in the U.S. Department of State's 2023's country chapter and prior reports. Mr. Speaker, the House also observes that insecurity in Nigeria is complex and multi-causal, driven by insurgency, driven by criminal banditry, farmer-herder conflicts, separatist violations, and communal disputes affecting citizens of all faiths. International reporting attributes a significant share of fatalities to terrorist groups and criminal gangs, rather than state policy on a single religious dynamic. The Speaker of the House is concerned that external legislative action based on incomplete or decontextualized assessment risks undermining Nigerian sovereignty, misrepresenting facts, straining strategic relations, and unintentionally emboldening violent actors. Mindful of Nigeria's long-standing partnership with the United States as our ally, especially on counter-terrorism, human rights, democratic governance, and interfaith dialogue, the African Union's emphasis on tolerance and inclusive societies. Based on this, Mr. Speaker, the House resolves as follows. Number one, condemn all forms of violence, prosecution against any person or group on the basis of religion or belief, commiserate with all victims irrespective of faith. The House resolves to reject outrightly narratives that frame Nigerian security crisis as a singularly religious conflict or a state-sponsored persecution, and reaffirms Nigeria's constitutional protections, freedom of religion and belief. The House mandates committees of foreign affairs, national security and intelligence, interior and information, national orientation and values, to within 21 days coordinate with A, Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Nigerian Embassy in Washington, D.C., to lodge a formal diplomatic demand to the sponsors of S-2747, relevant U.S. committees, transmitting empirical data and Nigerians' official position. B, coordinate with the U.S. mission in Nigeria and interested U.S. legislators to propose a Nigeria-U.S. joint fact-finding and dialogue mechanism, freedom of religion or belief, with participation from faith leaders and independent experts, and to invite U.S. CIRF to a hearing or briefing of this House to examine sources, methodology, and remedies. If they like, invite a delegation of this Parliament, the 6 geopolitical zones of this country, to brief the U.S. Senate on the facts on ground. The House resolved to call on the National Human Rights Commission, police, DSS, relevant state authorities to submit to the House within 30 days a consolidated report on investigations and prosecutions relating to religious-framed violence since year 2023, identifying bottlenecks and resource needs. This will confirm the House and government position that there is no state-sponsored persecution on the basis of religion. The House further mandates the committees on legislative compliance to ensure execution of these resolutions, Mr. Speaker, and to report back to the House within 28 days. The House resolved to order this resolution be transmitted to the Presidency, Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the heads of security agencies, United States Congress leadership, Senate Foreign Relations, House Foreign Affairs, the U.S. Department of State and the USC, IRF, the African Union, and ECOWAS Commission.
You have heard from this clan. You can imagine. You want to pick a representative from each of the useless political zone, and then they take them to US to go and brief US government about what is on ground. What briefing are you going to get from the same perpetrators, the same people who are sponsoring this evil? You go to US to go and represent and present what? I know that US cannot be as stupid as you people are. They will not be as stupid as you people are. Well, first of all, they have to call, what is he called? Former Chief of Army Staff, Danjuma. Danjuma will come and now and tell you that what he said before is not what he said.
Exactly.
Accuse the federal government of Nigeria of colluding with the terrorists. Yep. Go and bring Danjuma and tell Danjuma that what he said was wrong. We have so many other videos, which I will play here, so that when they come across our video, they will know that we also have evidence of eyewitness how this very terrorism is against state-sponsored and is against the Christians. State-sponsored and is against Christians.
And they recognize it. They recognize this where the power lies. That is why they are jittery. That is why they are panicking now. That is why they are deliberating in the House to send delegates to go and explain to where the power lies. So this is that. So this is that when we talk, every time we talk, we see, because you can continue to talk from here forever without effect on the ground, because you don't talk, because when you because you are preaching to the choir. But these guys, this criminal, okay, this guy is an able guy, you know, again, based off of what I said earlier, he's looking out for his own pocket and his immediate family. But he knows the truth that, so obviously, that is, but now on our own part, if we have people who can speak for us, they will carry the physical evidence that cannot be disputed and show to the same people, because they are channeling it to where the power lies. Because they know the importance of it. A mere word from the U.S. Congress members or senators shake up everywhere. They recognize that. Most of our people don't know. That is why somebody will say going to the Congress is not as important as having an election. Election that, if it's not recognized by anybody or it's not even conducted. So this is just the point, just a side piece. So obviously, what is this? That these guys, look at this one now, this Carlo guy. Oh my God! His own person, his own from his own state, he's been unjustly persecuted.
From his own state, his own brother. Okay,
somebody he's supposed to be representing, but because that is why when we say this guy, they don't represent us; they represent the Fulani Caliphate system in Nigeria. It looks as if we are blackmailing anybody. But Nnamdi Kanu is his own constituent, but he will not stand up to ask, why is it that a guy that has been unlawfully kidnapped and extradited unlawfully, and for about 5 years now, you have nothing on him, yet you continue to, even when he's having health issues, you still continue to, like, jeez, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. So these are some of the evidence that, unfortunately, we don't have people. I saw Bro Okechukwu this morning. I saw him rebooking the CAN people, right? So in a few minutes, he did rebook them. He said that they are cost. Well, cost is beyond the word, because obviously these are a bunch of people who, they are not Christians. They don't represent Christians. And for them, it's all
a whole camp to be in the front line to debunk, to push a lie.
Yeah. When the same CAN has experienced over the years how the Islamic Sharia terrorists, how they've been buying Christians, burning churches.
One of their leaders was beheaded.
Okay. Well, not to talk of all the other ones. And some are still, as we speak, they are still facing Sharia system when they are not even Muslims, and the CAN is coming out. That is to tell you that something is wrong. And they said there's evidence to debunk or rebook CAN, because, oh my goodness, it's just sad. It's really sad. Absolutely sad. CAN, I think he's headed by one man. I don't know if he's still the one who is heading CAN.
I don't know about them, who head them and who doesn't head them. I don't care about those people.
These guys are bought and paid for, a bunch of people, including this CAN standing there, bought and paid for. So they are, for me, nothing surprises me. All of them, and you know what? They are the latest now. They are doing with the show a suggestion, which is not bad. But at the end of the day, you should be able to figure out what exactly would that achieve. Now, it's good because you have to keep making the noise. You have to keep raising the awareness, you know, because it has impact. But to what extent, we don't know. But the thing is that these people you see, the Alesioti, the Soludo, the rest of them, these are people who, they are deceiving those they are able to deceive, not people like us, because they will come out in public and talk. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu is my constituent, and very soon, and he will come out soon. Well, we cannot be fooled into that, because very soon, 1 year, very soon 2 years, very soon 3 years, 4 years, 5 years now, and you think you continue to play this game? They are all in it, all of them, with the Tunubuda criminal, drug criminal. Nobody wants to talk about. A minister was found wanting over certificate forgery. I think they said he resigned. And they are talking about image, but him, you people made president, whom you people go and salute, and he's a culprit, number one culprit of certificate forgery.
Convicted criminal.
But you know, nobody. I saw on Channels TV the other day when they were talking about it. Shenwo Akimba, or what they call him. These are all a bunch of evil people because they will never speak the truth, and they call themselves journalists. If a fish rotten from the head, Tinubu, the whole world know that he's a certificate forger. He entered school as a woman, came out as a man. A guy who told them that he attended the certificate, he presented to them a certificate that he attended a school in Nigeria and in Lagos, to be precise. But having checked, when people deep down into it, they discovered that the year he mentioned, the school was not in existence then. So how did he get the certificate then, if not forgery? They don't want to go there. You see, so obviously that's when you know that this is a damnable evil entity. Let them continue to waste their time. It's not going to work because it's damned already. The zoo is damned. You know, when nobody's talking about it.
We continue to give them evidence. As they want to see evidence, we will continue to push them and give them those evidence so that they can see it. That the genocide that's happening in Nigeria is state-sponsored.
100%.
Eyewitness accounts are so much.
When that Juma,
they can invite them. They can invite them.
They will disarm the local population.
Oh, not true.
Before the, in fact, what my friends.
This one is a testimony from Delefat wrote to me. This one is a lawyer.
Yeah.
A very popular person in Nigeria, not a Biafran. So they should invite him and let him bring these people that made these very accusations because they are facts.
Oh, no, man.
Tell me that it's not state-sponsored. You hear him.
No, man.
Terrorists would come.
No, man, the
Nigerian
video. Mazi, listen. The video is undisputed evidence because if you call him now, he will change his mouth. Just like even Danjuma and the rest of them. That is how much Jesus is do.
Exactly. Even this is FFK. FFK, who was in the front line of speaking about this genocide of Christians.
Okay. Now he changed mouth.
Today he's the first one to attack them and say, why would you say so?
Okay. So like I said, where God exposed them, where cause had undoubtedly come upon them is that all this video evidence, they don't lie. You can't make it up. You simply cannot make them up. So when FFK talk about Christian genocide, it's documented, video evidence. So if he come change it, I have it too. Then Danjuma's when he said that they are colluding, that the militaries are colluding, that if you wait for the government, the video is there. So if somebody come now, just like Can people, they've been crying all along, but it's the same Can people who come together now to say that there's nothing like that. You see? So, and again, we just have to have advocates, people who can be able to speak up, to the power. To the power.
People who are able to put that pressure, continue to put that pressure on the US.
Yeah. That is why I will continue to say that.
Disarm local population first. They will disarm the local population.
Oh, not true.
In fact, what my friends in the Middle Belt have told me is that they have learned that once the military come around searching house to house to disarm local population, even take their dang guns, they know that the Fulanis are not coming behind. That is the level of complicity that you have.
Then I've been vindicated.
It is not just you. Somebody came to national TV, Commodore Laumi. You don't see spooks, military spooks. You don't have spies. You don't see them in daytime. That's not somebody you find on national TV. But the man was sufficiently alarmed by our security circumstances that he sat down in the TV channel, at the TV station of Channels, and he said it on national TV that there are Boko Haram sponsors sat in the president's cabinet, and he had submitted a list of these persons to the president since 2016, and nothing had happened. And we are still talking about a suspicion. It's no longer suspicion. Kawu Baraje, came out in 2022, I think. It was his 70th birthday. And he came out and he told everybody who cared to listen that they were the ones who imported Fulani terrorists into Nigeria in the lead up to the 2015 election, and that they harmed these persons that they had brought into Nigeria from 5 different Sahelian countries. He said so. He's on record. Look, My friend, Dr. Stanley Kavwan, is the National Public Secretary of the Middle Belt Forum. He was, I think, on Arise the other day, where he said categorically, and he wasn't the first to say it, that there is a base, a militant base, terrorist base in the tri-state area, Nasarawa, Benue, and Plateau. That base is known to each and every one of our security services. That base is sometimes reinforced and resupplied by helicopters
in this country.
And nothing has ever happened.
I don't know why
so
we're
no longer. Don't let's
it.
be talking about. It's no longer about suspicion. It's not a theory.
It's not
the
reality.
fact. We should be able to call it what it is. The fact is that the Nigerian state has turned against its own citizen and is facilitating.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
He didn't miss word. He just said it the way it is. And that idiot is in the House of Representatives talking rubbish, trying to exonerate the Nigerian government from the atrocities that is happening, trying to exonerate them from the genocide of the Christians. And go and check it. This helicopter issue, we have it on video. We have it on video where they were making their supplies. In a place that is a corner, how can a helicopter fly into a place without people that say they have a security cannot know? They cannot know. There are different kinds of evidence everywhere of the involvement of Nigerian government. And when you look at the area where they attack, go and check properly. You will see those places are Christian dominated area. You don't need any native doctor or any specialist to come and tell you why they are doing it. Commodore Law, let's say this, the project to Islamize Nigeria, they must complete it whether you like it or not. Even if it takes them years, they will do it. Every one of us saw him when he made that very confession. A commodore, a top security officer of that same Zoological Republic, and that idiot who called himself Kanu is in that place. Instead of him to advocate for his freedom of his own brother, he's there talking trash. Look at another eyewitness evidence again. You say we are the ones spoiling your Nigeria. We are the one painting your Nigeria apart and giving it back.
The first 7 calls I put across were all killed. The first 7 guys I called.
You tried to call, we're all dead.
Exactly. They were all dead. So in my village today, if you speak to someone, just be very rest assured that in the next 1 week or 2 weeks, you hear the sad news about that person you've just spoken to. And do you know, before now, just last month, about 20 people were killed in that same village. They are the Fulani, and it's not ethnic profiling. They are the Fulani, it's not ethnic profiling. When people want to be politically correct, they will say, no, that is an ethnic, it's not, and that is why you see the Sultan of Sokoto will not react to this. He reacted when just about 11 people were butchered were killed in Edo State, the so-called hunters. They reacted. They put up Northern Elders Forum. They made several press conferences. Many governors stood up. The governor of Edo had to travel to some of these states to go and say sorry. Just 11 hunters. That is alleged hunters. If really they were hunters who were killed. Now 200. Nobody in the north is speaking because that is the collective agenda.
Yeah,
jihad and the complete takeover of the land of our people. And let me tell you, so I'm saying it authoritatively. I'm an authority in this area. I was born and raised in Jos. I speak Hausa as my first language. I speak Hausa better than I speak Tiv. And let me tell you, this thing they call intelligence. We are the sources of this intelligence. The government sometimes use the narrative of intelligence to confuse you, as if what they know is different. They know exactly what we know, or we even know better, because we are the sources of this intelligence. Many of my friends from the adjoining villages in Nasarawa State, who are of different ethnic group, other than the Fulanis, anytime the Fulanis are mobilizing, like this attack, they told us day before yesterday. We communicated to the security force. Nothing has been done.
No, just hold on, because this is too much to rush. I'm sorry. Are you saying that you got an intelligence report as a civilian? Your
yes.
community had an intelligence report about this particular attack that killed over 200 people, and you.
My sister, do you know the funny thing? It is no longer secret. It's just like the secret cultism in Nigeria. They gathered their AK-47 in a community called Giza in Nasarawa State. In the boundary between Nasarawa and Benue, in Giza and Kadorko, all our friends from there, and they come out in the open with their this and they hold a meeting openly. You know, they are going to strike in Hirota, and then some people begin to bid them farewell. Allah Kulafia. May God take you safely. May God take you safely. Yes, they came in more than 100 bites. Listen, but that is how your country has degenerated. These things are done in broad daylight. It has degenerated. And let me tell you, let me also shock you about 7 soldiers. I'm saying it. as it is. About 7 soldiers joined them from the Giza, the community, are joining my own village. They arrested one.
I hope they are hearing it.
Uttered all this, made this confession. He said some of the soldiers from Giza trained them of ethnic Fulani ethnic stock, and they joined them. They commandeered the whole thing. So what they did yesterday was extremely tactical and strategic with military precision. Right now, there are a lot of tea villages in my council wards that will be taken over by Fulani. They take over not just for grazing, but for proper settlement. You go to these villages today, you find even their kids crawling, small kids who are yet to start walking. They brought them, their families, occupying thief homes, thief houses, which are still standing, occupying those houses. And they have their kids there, not just their cattle. So it's not all about open grazing prohibition. It's about total takeover of the land.
Yeah.
You see these people who call themselves senators, these people are evil, and the God that will punish them, the punishment that God will give them, they will never be redeemed from it.
Yeah.
People have been complaining of Fulanis, these Fulani terrorists, driving people away, take their land, and remain there. They're not running. These people will move to IDP camp. Fulani will come in and take over in a place that is supposed to be a country. A country that has security and military. We have never had the Senate sit one day and say, these people that are in this very IDP camp, they have a home. Why don't the military go and confirm where their home is and return them back where they come from?
Okay.
Mazi, how many times have you seen Senate sat on that?
Mazi, let me just add 1 minute before I leave. The problem in Nigeria is one, the politicians knew 100% that they are not safe if there is freedom. And for these people coming out to tell you, quench, that there is nothing like a genocide or this or that, they are fighting for themselves. They didn't react until America is starting to sanction the politicians in Nigeria. And America and the UK is their second home. So where a governor will rule for 8 years, and immediately he come down from power, the next day he jump in plane and run to America to live. So how would you want them to close door against the politicians? That is where their fears are. They are not interested about the citizens of that country. They are not interested about the Christian. This criminal that is called Kanu, this criminal you call Kanu, how many times has he been to any church? If he's a Christian, which church have he been to? Which church have he gone for service for all the time of since he entered into politics? Let Canada bring him where he has gone to for service as a Christian since he entered into politics. If not, except if there is an occasion where they will go and make political statement in the church, let them bring him and show where he has been in the church, or to hear the sermon, or to know what the Christians are going through. So the bishops and some priests that they invited in America and they gave those money are the people who are suffering those things. So they think America are stupid to come to listen to all this garbage they will come to tell them. That is the problem. They don't understand that America has gone beyond that. And this is why I hate blinking of Joe Biden. Because they know the truth. And they sit on top of that truth.
Corrupt man. Very, very corrupt man. Blinking.
that something against the Muslim, against their policy, that they think terrible thing that he's afraid of, that they are afraid of him, that they are not afraid of Tinubu. That Tinubu should go back to the ECOWAS and change that statement and that policy. That is what the guy is telling. That they cannot go anything beyond what Muhammad told them. What is holy war then? So the point there we are having is the people, the Americans and the politicians in Europe and America. Sometimes some of them will act out of ignorance because they would think the way they defend themselves here is the same way they defend all these politicians defend. They don't know that the politicians in Nigeria have a different motive. Their own aim is them and their family and their girlfriend and their boyfriend. Apart from that, they earn billions and fly anywhere they want to go and enjoy that money. Apart from that, any person that's still on their way, they will make sure that they remove that person's life. So they are not after their own people. That is the problem. So the Kanu that you think that Kanu will come and stand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They like person like this Udele. Many of them are in the politics. If this boy they call Udele now, or somebody like what do you call him? You can go
before you know it, Udele will become a representative in his village.
So if that kind of people are in representing their zone now, what do you think he will be saying? Somebody like all the whole politicians, like Soludo, David Mahi, and what do you call him? These people know the truth, but they sit on top of the truth because of their selfish interests. Look at the statement of David Mahi. That not that they don't know, they knew that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing was right, and the Fulanis were killing people, and because but they don't want it to be that it's Mazi Nnamdi that is doing it, because they don't want it to be that it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is fighting to remove the criminals and the killers of his people. During his term, every time they go to the seminary, they will kidnap them and kill them. They will go inside the bush and kill people. And they rape girls and old women at the same time. David Mahi sit on top of it. And he want to be a president. And he sold his soul and his community to the Fulani. Just because he want to be president. Even this Peter Obi now, that after his last election, they caught him on tape where he was saying that, telling his pastor friend that this is a religious war. If America called Peter Obi today, he will not go to that direction and tell America what the truth of what is happening.
He will deny.
My brother, you just reminded me something. It's true. Peter Obi confessed of this thing that was caught on audio.
Yes.
He called it a religious war.
Yeah. So he was talking to the other not Adeboye. No, the other one. Oyedipo.
So, if America invite him now, he will talk a different thing. He know the truth. He knew 100% the truth. So these are the kind of people that is coming to rule the Nigeria and the Biafrans, who want to be the spokesperson for the Biafrans, who want to tell you that what Nnamdi Kanu is doing is not right. But they know the truth, but because of their selfish interest, they will not come and stand for that truth that they believe. So, any person that's thinking that if we did not fight this thing out on our own, even what America themselves know the truth. So all these things they're doing for me is a propaganda. All the motivators in America know the truth. British know the truth. German know the truth. All of them know the truth. But because of their own interests, they will be pretending as if we need evidence. We need this. Which kind of evidence? The evidence is every day, 247 in media. There is no single day you wake up in Nigeria that you do not hear 10 or 20 people are killed. Even in Russia, they don't have such kind of calamity. Even in the, what do you call it? In Ukraine or in Gaza, they don't have that kind of every day people are falling. They unlive people every day. There is no news. You wake up in the morning, you will not hear in Nigeria that side. Look at what happened in Enugu. Did you hear it in the governor's news in Enugu State about 2 days ago?
Exactly.
And did any news carry it? No, because they know that when they carry those news, Europe and America will see it. So you will not hear it in any media.
Exactly.
So they don't want the world to have that evidence. The evidence that the people are even bringing are not. If it is, for me, 40% of what is happening in Nigeria. That is what the evidence they're bringing to the people to see.
The thing where they see for media, you don't reach 40%.
So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, brother, I'll forget name anyway. Yeah, Greg, yeah. You know that because of the pressure that is on them now, they are even hiding things. Like you said, that I just saw it a few days ago in Enugu, and it's the same people doing the same thing, the same Islamists. They are the one who did it in Enugu. And even yesterday in Kwara State, they also massacre people. They are hiding it because they don't want to, like, for them, it's like adding fuel.
Do you see somebody from those states who was talking rubbish there? That there is nothing like religious crisis, they have overgrown it. But just recently, is it not last week, we heard about Kwara issue? Kwara issue, where they spare a lorry and other places that belong to them, and they are attacking the other areas.
Yeah. Yesterday here, it happened, they massacred them, but because there is like when they caution their media too, not to talk, not to say, because it will be like adding fuel to fire, because there's the news going around the world about Christians, about genocide against Christians. So they're just hiding it. But the people who are committed, these Islamists, they are just forging ahead, doing what they are doing, and the media is hiding it. Diego.
Yes. The media, they will not allow the media to carry on those kind of news. So that is the problem we're having in Nigeria. So in the other side of it, like the Shoreway calling for the protest, for me, I always believe, I knew that he want to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case to gain popularity. But if he's calling for that protest, let them do it. I don't care. Yeah, I believe in what Paul said. He said, it doesn't matter how Christ is preached, as long as it's been preached.
Exactly.
So if you want to use it again,
that is the main thing. We will tap into the positive. We tap into that positive, whether he did it for his own personal interest or not.
That is
Since none of them can do it, if he is the one that will call them out,
let him
come and do it.
Yes. So that is what I believe. If you call people out, those people who believe to go do it with him, let it be done. That those kind of things has been done. We are not crying that they will leave Nnamdi Kanu. We are crying at least let them allow him to get his life by treatment. So that is number one. Yeah.
Greg, do you know that? Because again, I talk with a lot of people all over the place about everything that is going on, both global politics and all what have you. So that Americans, the Congress, the comedian, like they call Bima, they are saying this thing now. So there are some people who are saying that America have agenda, that's this and that. But you know what? I don't care about agenda, your agenda or no agenda. What I care is about my people, how it affect me. So if you who have agenda, or you who is evil or enemy is going to make it for me to get free from this shackle, from this demonic entity, so be it. I will like you said, Mazi Brachus, you just said something now, I've forgotten the word you used. You take the good from the bad. Yeah, exactly. Even if the person is saying something, you take the good one. So then the fact that America is talking it now is a positive, and we have to grab that. We know a human being, their nature. Okay,
let them be serious about it. That is only what I'm saying. It's not talking. Let them be serious about it.
Well, that is also.
Abia State responded. Abia State lawmakers responded that they're going to give him a date. Let's wait now. Now talk off for mouth.
So well, but Greg, you say let them act on it or let them respond. Yeah, but that is where more exposure and message across is needed, because you have to also get the horse's mouth, because at the end of the day, these are some of the roles that the zoo government, they brought they brought them to play a role. because they know that he's a Biafran, so against the PM, they brought her there to come and testify, even though they're already looking for excuse. Finland is already complicit and compromised, but now they also have a reason to become even much more compromised when a Biafran woman like Bianco come and tell them that no.
She will be among the ones that will go to US and tell them that there's nothing like genocide of Christians. She will be in the front line.
Exactly. So that is the whole thing that as for this Biafran or Igbo politicians, Shoro calls out. It's a good thing, but trust me, these guys, we can't be deceived. Trust me, because they know everything, and we know what they know too. So for me, I don't get overly. I don't get bothered. It's good that Shoro is doing it. Yeah, he's whatever political advantage he's trying to gain from it. So be it. It's a good thing. He is a one Nigerianist. We know that. But I also know that he's brave. He's a guy that is brave. But he speaks truth, but I call it half-truth. Because why do I call it half-truth? I've explained it in the past that because deep down he knows that if he becomes president today, it will get worse. Nigeria will get worse. Because this armed to the teeth bunch of Islamists who are taking over who are in all the territories, you cannot get them to revise course. Forget it. Except if you want to go to war, that's a different thing. And they will give it to you. You will give it to them. But to think that there's any form of appeasement, you're wasting your time. So that is the thing, my brother.
Even if you want to go to war, which military are you going to take to war to them? Is it the same military that they own? The same military that is owned by them. In all the angle, they have the foot soldiers, they have the commanders in your military. How are you going to fight them?
Yeah, that if you have your own, like you form your own Omotaku, arm them, you form your own Biafra, you form your own, and the Benin people, Edo will form their own, arm them, every region form their own. But that is what Danjuma told everybody, go and form something, don't ask me to give you arm, because who is you have to find a way to...
No, the problem in that country is, I have never seen a country in this world that lies against themselves. And that is just like yesterday, the Benny guy I told you I'm working with. There was a discussion we were having yesterday. So indirectly I asked him, which side of Benny did you even come from? For all this long, I know this guy. I didn't know the guy come from Idoma. So I said, which side of Benny did you even come from? He said from Idoma. I said, Idoma is Igbo land. He said, no. I said, me are the fool. That ended the discussion. That's end the discussion. So then when I saw him yesterday, I used Hausa. I tell him, how is that Hausa when I speak? I used yesterday to talk to him. So I call him Aboki, yeah. He started laughing. I said, yeah. He said, you're not Igbo. You are from Udoma. But let me speak the language, your language in Hausa. You come from Hausa land. You begin the life. You don't get talk again. So, because when people start telling the safe lie to the extent they start denying their identity, what will you think? And the same thing is happening in Nigeria. They lied to themselves to the highest level. Somebody will see the truth and know, but he will deny it and he will lie. And he will be calling one Nigeria because of what I don't know. So that is the problem. And this Yoruba man I watched this morning, where that he fought Nigerian Biafran war, and he talked about Azikiboro. That Azikiboro was once fighting for Biafra. At a point, he turned and he started fighting for Nigeria. And then they asked him to go and they train 300 soldiers, but he trained 2,000. And he used those things and they make sure that they got all the whole Port Harcourt and all the whole riverine area with Azikiboro. And at the end of the day, at the end, they killed him. But they don't want to say that the Nigerian military killed. They killed that man because he gave them condition for before he can fight on the side of Nigeria. The whole oil in the rivers in the Delta State, they will share it between him and the other distant. At the end of the day, no, how many river person get oil there? Not even one. So when at the end of the day, they killed Adakabori, what they call him. So that is the kind of country that Nigeria. continue to be till today. So the earlier our people stand up and continue fighting, speaking out for their freedom and for the well-being of the people of Biafra, especially the Igbo people that suffering it more. That is my submission. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much. In this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, what do we have to say about the drama we saw? The adjournment of that case to 16, instead of allowing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to issue, and the claim, the reason why they adjourned the case was that the medical report has not reached them. The medical report, is it not the same medical report that I showed you here that Punch reported and said, look at it, Punch reported and said the medical report has been submitted.
So why?
All of a sudden, we come yesterday and they say they have not received it.
So why did Mazi? Why did the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why did they not brought it up?
My brother, they did not argue it. They postponed. They said they adjourned the case to this. I don't know what transpired. I wasn't there. But that's a very reasonable question because this very thing was published by Punch.
The president of the house that told you that they sent letter to him and he said it's like a kind of notification. So
he denied it.
How would you? It's a kind of yeah, that kind of thing will stay after more than 3 days in the same Nigeria. How long does it take for the post to send that letter to the court? So all this is just to continue delaying the process. To know they are confused on what they want to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So their aim is to know if he will die, but God will not let him die. He will not die because the God who keep him is more stronger than all those they are evil.
100%. 100%. God,
he will not die.
Look, Nnamdi Kanu, by the grace of Chukwuka Abiyama, we outlive all these people, these evil enemies who are bent on keeping people.
That is the same prayer I prayed this morning.
Yeah. You will live there. We no doubt, there's no doubt that he's not in good shape. We know that. Looking at Nnamdi Kanu, we know he's not in good shape. But trust me, when it comes to that, God has the final say. He's a guy, he has assured him all these things happening. And that is the resiliency you see. Every time you see Nnamdi Kanu, that obstinacy, that defiance of the highest order, because he knows his God. And his God knows him. Trust me. So let the zoo will continue to retrogress and continue to disintegrate. And let the Adeboyes of this world, let them continue to pray for Nigeria. Their prayer is an abomination. It's a sin unto God, the maker of heaven and earth, that you can be rest assured. Nothing will work until they do the right thing, and they know the right thing, all of them. Have you ever seen Adeboye and the rest of them ask that Tinubu, who is a right-hand man, why on earth are you in support of this criminality? The government that kidnapped a man, let's not even say, okay, innocent, but kidnapped a guy against the law, and he has been passed on from year to year and to year, and now it's on your turn, and you are still continuing on the same trajectory against an innocent man because they could not charge him of anything. But this Adeboye, he will pretend he doesn't know who he is, or he never hear anything about it. He will pretend. But when they are talking about the genocide against Christians, then he wants to go and pray, then he wants to go and explain to them that there's no. So you see, this is everything you need to know about these people. Okay? How can you, I made reference of Nathan the prophet, how he met David, and head on just rebuked him of his evil. And these guys said they are Christians. These people, they don't worship God, they worship Baal, So for Nnamdi Kanu, we continue to pray, or rather, maybe we continue to thank God, because I believe in what God is going to do. He will outlive his enemy, he will be there, and one day, then go tire. Because trust me, all this game they are playing, it's just stonewalling. That is what it is. They're just stonewalling, postponement, always looking for an excuse to postpone. Now, maybe 16th or something of October, then go tell you, say, okay, now they've seen the doctor's report, then go make another date, then go make another. They will go and study, then they will make another date. And after studying that, maybe they will come back and they will tell you, okay, let us now give you time to go and make your case. You remember that no submission issue. They rejected it. You remember that, right?
Yes.
So they are not there yet. This is just the medical aspect they are dealing with. This is their game.
They are just dealing with the medical aspects. And they might bring that report now, they will reject it. They say they don't like the report, and that people should go and conduct the report.
Okay.
Just to buy time.
So the truth of the matter is that is why, again, like when I talk about and so many people have a different view towards it. Now, the truth of the matter is that iron sharpened iron, right? And that is part of the reason why they fought like hell, including using Biafrans, Bianco, not only castigate but to incarcerate our PM, because they know that if he was around, all these fire go, they burn everybody. Oh, that is, then go here and for their backside. For that, all these governors for Alibo, all of them, fire go burn their backside. They will have no choice than to do the right thing, run away. They wouldn't even be there. So, and when that fire is burning, they will have no choice than to ask for an innocent man to be released. That is why, first of all, they have to find a way, to cage the man. Oh, so, but nevertheless, God will do what we do. We just have to keep on speaking, doing the little we can. The Nigeria can never get away from this. They can never get away with this evil and atrocity that's been going on for more than a century now. No way. Absolutely no way. You pray from here to heaven, you are wasting your time, because God has turned his back on an evil, iniquitous country called Nigeria. And this woman, I saw on video where the wife of Tinubu, criminals coming to say that Nigerians should stop talking bad about their country, that people in diaspora, and some other people, that they should be speaking well rather than speaking. They should speak well. So I look at this people, I say, truly, really, you want me to speak well of a country where you are ganging up to destroy my people? You talked about how you are going to make sure you run them out of the country, destroy their business, their houses. You people are conspiring with Shetima. It's on all audio. How you people conspire about it? A country where you say we cannot do this, we cannot do that. I should be praying for that country. I should be speaking well of that country. How does that work? A country where truth, they are allergic to truth. They are allergic to justice. Everything is injustice in that country. A country where people who killed Deborah till this day, they cover it up. And the people was accountable today. Nobody. Over how many years now? The people that killed Deborah, that innocent Christian girl, they were brandishing matches. After stoning him to death, they brandished matches and set her on fire. Till this day, with their images out there, they could not get them. They cover it up and they expect us to move on.
What of Akaluka own? Akaluka own, people that did, Akaluka was detained. They went to police station, bring Akaluka, cut off his head, and they used it and play ball in the streets.
Exactly.
Up to today, nobody was held accountable for Akaluka case.
Yeah. Everything we hear, when they come to the media, all these spokesperson, the criminals, the evil people in the government, they will say they capture this and they are trying this. But we don't see nothing. Absolutely nothing. The ones we see and know, like Gumi, whom Saudi Arabia deported from Saudi Arabia because they know that he is a terrorist coordinator. They deported him. He came to Nigeria. Under normal circumstances, what should happen is they will arrest him there in Nigeria. As he arrived, he will be arrested and prosecuted. Sorry. He will be arrested and prosecuted. But he just came in walking freely, and as we speak now, he's still walking around freely, coordinating with terrorists.
They will come out and blame you and I for their image.
Yeah.
When they are welcoming the terrorists, but they will come and blame us for their image, that we are the ones showing their image. Meanwhile, a terrorist that even Saudi Arabia rejected, they accepted him and said, give him a VIP treatment.
Okay. So, what do you
It is sad what we see in that zoo, and we will continue to speak. The only alternative that remains for all of us as Biafrans
Mazi, you know, Mazi, you know that it's Nigeria, the Nigerian government, because Nigerian government is a terrorist government, and they are the one again that on their own make themselves a terrorist country, because the whole world saw when Hamas leaders came to Nigeria maybe a year ago thereabout, and it was welcome. The whole world saw it, and based on what you said a few days ago, that Israel foreign minister came there, there's a lot going on. Now, we don't know the content of the visit, but we also know that, I also know, sorry.
I later checked that visit. That visit was August. It's not a recent visit. It was August.
Oh, good. So it's good that I brought it up, because now you clarify it. Oh, it's not recent.
It's not recent. It was August. That visit
Okay.
was August.
Okay. So, again, also, of course, I know personally that Israel as an entity is in a very bad shape currently, but we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But I always, this on my own personal level now, I'm speaking on my own personal take. If it's no Israel na Bible na akwụkwọ no ka ha bụ no genuine no if ha bụ Chineke game, he will find a way, but if not, because ebe Bible sukwe describe and this na ha bụ ụmụ Chineke mana abụrọ so at the end of the day, God will have his way. He always does have his way, because it's complete. Only one guy for 2 days ago, he has spoken with Vam one time like that. He's an Israeli, he's a YouTuber, but now he's working directly with Benjamin Netanyahu. He's in the team of his digital membership, people who are trying to counter the narrative, because it's also war of propaganda all over the place, if you know what I mean. Huh?
Yes, you're right.
So war is not only shooting of gun here and there, it's fought in different angles, different faces. So they are also embarking on it because the image is not good. They have a very negative image, and people are just pushing their own. Look, for example, like that BMI who made that amazing review. It's an amazing revelation. There are people who don't want to see it, but because he did it, which is good, and he's helping everyone to put eyes on what is happening to Christians in Nigeria. But for him, I didn't see him mention. He knows Nnamdi Kanu. The guy knows Nnamdi Kanu now. His name is Natali something Naftali or thereabout. I've forgotten the full name.
I know the guy you're talking about. I think Nathan.
Yeah. So who talked about Biafra? He said that for him, that when he see what is going on, that he feel it because Biafrans are like his own people, right? So he has so many videos where
he came to Biafra land for investigation. Now when they arrested him in Abuja with his team.
Okay.
Before he was released.
Well, he was in Piers Morgan Uncensored yesterday. I don't know if you know Piers Morgan's show. Do you know it?
Yeah.
He was there 2 days ago, so I watched it from beginning to the end. I can understand the dichotomy and the complicity of the whole business, and that is where the global politics comes in, because he's now speaking to a British audience, more or less British government, and a British, should I say, a host, because Pierre Morgan is British, and we know how they feel, their position towards Nigeria. Because Nigeria is their business empire. That's a fact.
Yes.
So that is the complexity of the whole thing. Sometimes people don't realize this. If you talk about anything Biafra to them, they feel like you are trying to put sand for their gari. That's how they feel it.
It becomes a personal attack to them.
Exactly, and that is why they were able to not only ignore but collaborated in the kidnap and the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. That's a fact too, So we know all these things, but at the end of the day, like I always say, that God will have the final say. He always does. Everything is crumbling upon the head of the evil ones. It's crumbling. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, but it's going on. You know. So, how do you go, my brother?
Thank you so much, my brother. We're going to round up, but before we round up, did you see the video? Did you see the interview of Rufai to this criminal that called himself Minister of Work, Dave Umahi?
Oh, I didn't see, but I saw from Aisha Yusuf and some other people, Lisa, that they said that they were giving it back to each other, both bars, stuff like that, you know.
That is what Nigeria is made of. When you see people who claim that they are being disgraced, you see how they are disgracing themselves.
KF Media, what happened?
Let me see if I can find the video and play it.
All right.
I can find the video and play it. You will see the basketballs, how they disgrace themselves. The lawless country. When we say Nigeria is lawless, that is it.
Yeah.
Front of President Tinubu and said all sorts. Anyway, I am not beholden to you. My job is accountability.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are empirical.
Too small.
Minister, let me speak. Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commission of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watching, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. You know, when I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Let me address you.
Minister, you will not. You will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak. You spoke for over 20 minutes, over 10 minutes.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. Let me speak. You will not. You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right.
You feel insulted.
So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer, even if it's an undulating landscape. Give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me to speak. The minister will not allow me to speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow
when the first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure, so I was right on that point. The second point,
because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
you don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay,
you don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
To tell you a cost.
What university?
This one's with me, eh? When he claimed to be professor, Rufai asked him, which university give you the professorship? You know,
Did he say that? Did he say that?
What did I listen? Rufai asked him, which university give you that professorship?
Jesus Christ.
You don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
you don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you
professorship in this field? Tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor Mayi, Minister. I didn't know. So please, you've not been able to. You've never been
professor in practice.
In practice.
I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand.
He said he confused. He said his own is professor in practice. No university, a professor in practice.
Yeah, he's not a professor. He's an engineer, but he doesn't have the award of professorship. He doesn't have it.
I confused. He said he's a professor in practice.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, bro, you know, Brachus. Yeah, at the end of the day, I will not overly applaud Rufai. I would not overly applaud him for asking Umahi, the bunch of beating down individuals.
He deserves it. That is what they deserve. Because if they were defending their people, if he cannot defend his people, why would you defend him?
Yeah, in other words, what Rufai is giving him. Okay, the video still they play.
Okay, this is that man.
Oh, are they here on my phone? And they hear noise everywhere. Okay.
Where is he coming from? Let me mute maybe from Greg.
No, not be me. Oh. Maybe not Greg. Huh?
Okay,
so
go ahead.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not gonna, for this reason, overly give credit to Rufai Oseni, because why do I say that? First of all, Omar, he deserves this what he's getting. If he was able, when you are not a stand-up guy, if you cannot stand up in defense of truth and justice, you don't deserve any applause. You don't deserve any respect. So he's getting what he deserves. And on the other hand, this Rufai, these are a bunch of people who call themselves journalists. Some of them say they are investigative journalists. So the question is, where were you all guys when Tinubu came and just bamboozled his way through, in spite of all the baggages? A criminal, a guy who is well known, was engaged in drug trafficking in America. Where were you guys when all these things were happening? Why did you guys not sit down with Tinubu and ask him questions, just like you are asking Omahi now? Why did you guys not confront Tinubu about his certificate in Lagos that he presented, quoting the year he graduated, but when in actuality the school did not exist that year? Where were you guys? Where were you guys when he come and...
You forgot that Tinubu ran away from every interview, including the debate. He didn't come for the debate.
Exactly. But they did not hold him to account. So where were you guys? And obviously, everything is a sham. Everything, when it comes to Nigeria, it's just a sham. They only speak to people they know they can speak to. Let him go and speak like this. Let him go and speak like...
He cannot use the same manner and speak to another man.
He dare not. Let him come and speak? Let him come like this and speak to Shetima. Let him come like this and speak to Gumi self. Come and tell him, why were you? Where were you? Let him come and ask Gumi, why were you deported from Saudi Arabia? He dare not. Well, let him come and tell Gumi, why are you coordinating with terrorists? That you are the one moving their message and money back and forth. That means you have a stake in it. He dare not. They are afraid. So as a man lays his bed, that's how I lie on it. And the politicians from Igbo, it's sad what they've because of greed and cowardly and stupidity, everything. It's just sad. And the only Nnamdi Kanu, only the actualization of Biafra is going to remedy it. Forget it. Without Biafra, there's nothing. No way. What do you, my brother?
It is really sad. It is really sad.
I'm professor in practice. I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So secondly,
and you have no knowledge of what you're asking.
If you will let me...
You have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask
So
questions.
you keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop,
Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. If you allow me to speak, the other 100 kilometers that you said they've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one. And the Winsome Homes, the case is in court. Now, I would like to know the cost per kilometer for that one. I would like to also know the over 700 billion first tranche of loan you guys got for this project. Has the money been spent? How was the money deployed? I would also like to know. I would also like to know the terms of that loan. All right? How many years? What's the payback period? What's the payback moratorium of that loan? And for the Winsome Homes, isn't it interesting that as somebody that's been a governor in the state, you know the law, a case is in court, and then you're coming to talk about the details of the cases in court. Because you denied that the case was not in court. Now you've already accepted that the case is in court.
Sure.
So is it not just better you thrash it out with the woman that has been reporting a case in public that we all heard, and I ask you questions based on that? So, Minister, just answer the questions. I've got no axe to grind with you. You know that. Sure. We've spoken many times. In fact, when your people call to book, I booked them. And I said you should come on air. So please just tell us those information. It's very important, Minister.
Never take line.
Never
take line. You see.
I'm not hearing, even though this guy is, it's not.
He got what he deserved because this was the same man who called an Igbo woman. This very question that Rufai asked, it has to do with that woman. Who called that woman a land grabber?
Yeah.
So you that called your brother a lamb grabber, you expect somebody to respect you in the studio? You will not respect that. You will not. The load of insult we give him, he deserve him. He deserve him well.
Mazi choose. I didn't know that they should put they throw as much punches. I have no clue. This is Basbos in his entirety. Hey, it's working, but I'm going to pig. If you thought it, easy, no, Omai, you know, yeah. So, yeah. So now God. But let me say this: Chineke Mara Yebere. And what Biafra, if on there, no, if on there, in there enough. Hey, God, up to their generation, everybody will reap what they sow. India no, Dave Umai, care to I don't know if I should send on care to fair. Purpose of them, and in the now, my brother. Anyway, can I go to Chuku? Can I Jehovah first?
The same degree Jehovah pose of them, Maji. This criminal, Omahi. Because Jehovah's Adema was not in power when they prescribed IPOB. That is the worst thing that they ever did.
Yeah.
To prescribe IOP. And it was this criminal, Omahi, and the Anambra State governor, former Anambra State governor.
Yeah.
Obiano. They were the main people that did it.
Yes.
These two were the men that prescribed IPOB. That is the worst thing he can do.
He said that boy is not Biafra.
Yeah. So that is the highest. You see, but for me, I don't always give them all this threat because they know where they belong. So when we will start talking about if Biafra come, they will be here. There is no need of talking that. Nobody don't need to, somebody will not even tell them. None of them with their children will ever come out and say talk about what they will do for Biafra or what Biafra will do for them. That one is obvious. They know that. So there is no talking that, saying it out. It makes no change nothing. So that is the thing. So the battle we are fighting, we will continue fighting because they are the people who are fighting so that it will not come because they know where they belong.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know where they belong. Yeah. Because has somebody know the truth. You remember this criminal, what do you call him? The Kanu. The Kanu that they say he will go and make a formal report. That the one that the man that come from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu region made is that one is not enough.
Benjamin.
Remember when they were talking about Kanu? When they were talking about a protest, the last protest, that our PM Simon Ekpa said that the Igbos will not join that protest.
Yes, I remember.
So when he come out, he said, our Igbos should not go and join this protest. You know you are a target. You know you are a target. So you being in the government, knowing that your people are target, why are they target?
Exactly.
He was telling the Igbos that the Igbos are target in Nigeria to be killed. And you are in politics. A second person in this thing you are.
And today they are raising emotion that there is no ethnic division in Nigeria. And he himself said that.
You see the irony? Okay. Yeah. They said there's no ethnic division yet. Your people are being targeted.
So much. Yes. Every time, every day. And he's comfortable with that. So that will show that the man is a very useless man, and all of them are at the same level. And I know that my people are target if they go out on protest, and that I'm comfortable with it. You know, and I'm telling them not to come out because they are target, and I'm serving in the same government, and I'm comfortable with that government. It shows you how evil the person is. Yeah. So it makes no sense, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. You are very right. That thing you remember. I said we have dozens of evidence to show that these people, Nigeria is not one, has never been, and will never be. My brother Max, we just saw you, and while we are rounding up, our brother Max just came in. Take the mic and speak to us, bro. Max. Let's hear you. It's been a long time. I know your network issue and all challenges.
Yes, Mazi Chicks. Good morning to you. Good morning to my Namoches in the studio. I love every one of you. Yeah, the position of contribution is apt.
Ndewo nwanne mmadụ, ndewo.
Ndewo Namoche. I agree with Nama. I agree with Nama. Yes, my people. I salute each and every. I salute each and every one of you for what you are doing. It's a pity I have not been rested, not to come out to speak with my people all the time the way I used to do. It is just because of the internet problem. My service providers, the Airtel, is having a very serious problem. They want to merge with another company called Telecel here in Ghana. So that's make them, I don't know whether it is the reason why their network system is very, very bad. In fact, it is as bad as using 2G. You see, so it's been a very serious problem. And the phone I'm using is just one SIM, not two. I could have, taken a different, either MTN, to use it to communicate with my people. But this particular number that I'm using is known. Everybody knows this particular number. But now for me to change it now and begin to add up, it's going to give me a very serious problem. So I just relax because they have been giving us hope that they are going to work on it and they are doing something on it. Let's see how it is going to work. Thank you so much for having me. I am so sorry to come late. It's because it's one of those things. Yes, I was not here the other day when you people were discussing about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case appearance. I wasn't here. The denial, the adjournment, and the hanky-panky game they always play. And the only thing I always plead for each and every one of you to do for me and the rest of the agitators on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is nothing anybody will do about it. There is nothing. We are alone. We are alone, my people. If we understand that we are alone, then that will now give us the courage that we can only do as much as an orphan can do. We are alone. You see this battle that people are fighting? You are fighting. I am also supporting. We are doing it alone. There is none of them that can speak and the country, listening to them that is with us. We don't have their support. They have sold their integrity and dignity for cash and political posts. So there is nothing they would do. They have no power anymore. That is the reason why the federal government is treating their utterances and threats the way they are threatening them, treating them. They cannot do it to the Hausa people or Yoruba people or Fulani people. You dare not. They will speak and everybody will go after them. But once our own people, Biafrans, speak, they will come after us. That is the reason why you sold your own people. They sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They were the people that started the gang up against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then the federal government, under the dead Buhari imposter, took it up from them. That was what they gave. They gave them the leeway to do what they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the power to go all the way to Kenya to kidnap him and bring him to Nigeria. They are the ones that did it. Willie Obiano, Willie Obiano, whichever the meaning is, Obiano. Me, I will interpret it at 4 hearts. A heart itenani. That was the man that came up with this nonsensical, suggestions of proscribing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist and IPOB as a terrorist organization. If he did not do it, there is no way, because they say whatever crime, if at all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was committing crime, crime is local. It is the people that will say, oh, our brother is committing crime or not committing crime. If they did not expose Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, these people will not come. And how do you expect some people now to go and tell the government to release him? That is why they are treating, the federal government is treating them like fools. Like fools. I saw Shawari, is it Omoleye Shawari or so, campaigning for a march to Asorok. He can do that. Yeah, he can do that. You know, hate him or like him. This man has said a lot of things that their great-grandfathers, their ancestors passed, you know, to them. He also mentioned somewhere, I think in Ned Wazobia platform, that their people, his own father warned them about associating with the Igbos or allowing the Igbos, part of Biafra, to rise to the top. These are things that are there. Like him or hate him, I will take the message from the messenger and throw away the influence of the messenger. That is how I'm doing it. How many of them, the Igbo politicians and their activists, will say, let's march to Abuja? Even they sit at home. Say, have you seen how they demonized our sit at home? Did you see how they demonized it? How they begin to calculate for you. They are now calculating for you how much you are missing in a day, in a week, a month, even a year. They are calculating it for us. Showing the world, oh, they are causing this, they are causing that. They are causing business, downfall in Biafra land. They are doing this, they are buying people, they are making business. What nonsense. What nonsense. That is the time they have the power to do calculations for you, for money. People that can be bought, even with 100,000. One in the social media on X. I will not mention his name here. It has been alleged that some Yoruba APC gurus are paying him 20,000 naira every month to go there and castigate our people. And that is what that guy is doing all the time on social media, on X. These are the Igbos. This one that has come out of prison right now, Kiri, is now waxing strong again, threatening Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again. That idiot that was deported from Turkey.
Udele.
He has started again. That Udele.
Yeah.
Anago madaha, anago madaha, anago wi Udele. Onya kpọrọ Udele ọwanụ. Onya gburu Udele. Udele ọwanụ. Udele riri is scavenger. You see, so these are some of the things. My people, we should understand that the battle that we are fighting to free Biafra from the contraption called Nigeria is not an easy one. We have notable politicians, kings, religious leaders that are against the struggle. And these are people that are benefiting from the evil Nigeria. They wouldn't want it to spoil. But my Mazi Namoche, we are not going to sack anybody from Biafra, the likes of Omahi. We will not sack them. You remember Nyanwodo? Where is Nyanwodo now? Nyanwodo has gone silent. His silence is just, it's like the silence of the grave. That was the man that said, if you touch any Fulani herdsmen in the bushes, you will first of all touch me. Ndiara. Okay, they sold themselves, they sold our own people, and you don't expect Nigeria to listen to them even when they are making the point. The only person that I would say that will speak very well now, like I know him, that man, is Dan Olasi. It's quite unfortunate that he is also a politician. That is the only man that have spoken what really touched me when it comes to the treatment of the Igbo people in that Nigeria. That is, we don't belong to Nigeria. The earlier our people understand it, the better for them. We don't belong to that. How can you stay in? They have started again in Lagos. They have issued a presser that if you think that you cannot vote for APC in the coming election, begin to prepare to leave Lagos. These are threats. These are threats. Because they did it before and nothing happened to them. They will do it again and they will follow it up with serious actions and nothing will happen to them. These are the people that you want us to live with. I was listening yesterday on Space when some Islamic northern boys were analyzing, even Njenje copied it and played it. It was on Njenje that said, Nigeria is sitting on the keg of gunpowder. If you go to Njenje platform, you will see the discussions they had on Space when they were justifying the buying, the stoning, and setting alight the body of Deborah and the rest of it. And these are the people that you say, oh, Nigeria is going to work. There is a better Nigeria. Which better Nigeria? At 65 years old, you are going for pension. You can't boast of clean, good road, motorable. You can't even generate electricity 24 hours for your own people. There is no potable water for people to drink. Rather, you become a semi-government of your own. You build your house, you power it, you sink more hole in your house, you alone. Our own people from my mother's side, always, they contribute to put their light, to do their roads and everything. Government, there is no influence, there is no existence. The government is not even existing in their own places. After 65 years, you still believe that such a country will work with this kind of religious device, ethnic divide, and so on and so forth. You think that with the kind of buying that is going on by these armed Fulani terrorists, the other day, I think a monarch in Yoruba land, Ekiti, Osun State, and a senator was spied over there. You hear all this news, this ugly news happening. You think that you are insulated from the things that are happening to other people. And when we fight to move, you say, no, that we will not get what we want. As long as this struggle is ordained by God, there is nothing anybody will do to it. Even the devil cannot stop Biafra from being recognized worldwide as a sovereign state. This is all I have for my own people this morning. Thank you so much, Mazi Chicks, for listening to me and the privilege that you have given to me to speak. I love you all.
We love you more. Thank you so much.
God bless.
I appreciate you. We are going to be taking our closing remark, one minute each, so that we can close up the program. Hopefully come back again in the evening, later in the day. So let's go. Bro Greg, are you there?
Yes.
Is Greg still there?
Yes, thank you.
Give us
thank you, Mazi.
Yeah.
My greetings to our brother Awon Bami Mwachuku. Yes, yeah. I want to encourage the people who are willing to follow Sowore to the protest. To go with Sowore, protest is protest. It doesn't matter how and where and who is calling for that. Protest against the injustice against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a protest. So any Biafra that have the opportunity should join them. That is my message to them.
Yep.
And in the side of genocide in Biafra land, genocide against the Christians, any person that's still asking question if it is true or not, I'm talking now to the West and to the Americans. The report, if you any report some people brought to you is 40% out of what is happening in Biafra land and in the other part of Nigeria, like Plateau, Benue. Any report you see is just a 40% because the government, sometimes the government and the army military will not allow even individuals to make video with their phone to post. How much more the main media, even the government media, the own government Nigerian media cannot show any of those things. It's impossible. So all this criminal in the Senate saying that Senate delegate, if I'm the president of American Senate, I will not even give them visa. If I'm Trump, anyone that enter America because of this matter, I will arrest him and
arrest
judge
them.
him. And I will arrest them.
Confirm as terrorists. Arrest them any place they go.
Yeah. So why must it be issued now? All this starting from Yaradua, starting from Obasanjo to Yaradua to Jonathan to Buhari and this criminal Tinubu now. All of them that have been there in the Senate, all of them have been kept quiet. It is only when America gives threat to sanction them that are in the politics not to enter America or to shine or start doing investigation about their criminality. That is where you will see them rise up because it have touched them. If the one that something that will touch the public, they will not care. So for them coming to tell you that they want to come and give you a report of what is happening is lie and criminality. If they enter America, they're supposed to be arrested and judged as one of the terrorists. That is the message. If they can do that. Thank you, Mazi. May God bless you as we continue to speak concerning our freedom. There is no nothing. And whether if America give them chance or if America did not give them chance, that will not stop Biafra from fighting for our freedom and until we are totally free. Thank you and God bless everyone.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Greg. I appreciate you for that very wonderful submission. And those are the right thing that we are saying for people to hear it and carry it to the international communities. We are speaking to the world, we are speaking to Biafrans, we are speaking to everyone. We must sit up. My brother Christian, give us your closing remark.
Yes, Mazi. So thank you so much for the effort. As Brother Greg just said now, I think it's very important that every Biafran back home, though the date has not been announced, because you see how these same saboteurs, how they roll. They said they will. I think that was what they said, that they will come up with a date, because Showore is ready. He would have also probably want to give a date, but let it not look as if he's the one, commanding or sort of. So he gave them that sort of leeway. Okay, you come up with a date so that we can all march. And very dark man, all of them, and every Biafrans, Nnamdi Kanu stand for the interests of not just Biafrans, but the entire people who are oppressing the country. So traders in all the Lagos and wherever you are, if you're able to make it, please endeavor to march. Go with them. The senators, if they are there, the governors, Showore, and everybody, it's a very it's a good move. It's a laudable mission. People should go. And who knows? Just who knows? Though we know also that the zoo, as usual, whenever there's information like this coming from Showore or any of these guys, they will also begin to, organize counter. You know what I mean? That's how they roll. Because they are guilty. They are guilty and they are worried because they know that everything they do is evil. Cover evil, and let darkness continue to reign. So it's as simple as that, But so I think that is the point to make, that everybody who is there should endeavor to participate, go there and march, and let's see what happens. But we don't know the date yet. So because there's no date, nobody can now, So, but let's just wait and see what happens. Thank you so much, and everybody in the platform. I greet everybody, and we'll see again by the grace of Chukwu Kabiama. Thanks,
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Christian. I appreciate you for that submission. Thank you so much. And our brother Max, are you still there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah. Give us your speech, closing remark, and let's hit it.
Okay, thank you so much. My disappointment goes to CAN, Christian Association of Nigeria, for you to come out to tell the world that there is no genocide against the Christians in Nigeria is an affront on the face of the Catholic Church, Methodist Church, Presby, and all the other Christian denominations that are there in Nigeria. You see, this is the time the United States will know that these people are evil. They cover and they abet terrorists.
One minute, just 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
You know, Catholic is not among the CAN. And the people who are carrying all this report, America, are the bishops and the Catholics. So CAN is not a support of it. People don't understand what is going on. So thank you. Continue.
That is true. Catholic is evangelist. No, Catholic is Pentecostal, right? CAN is Pentecostal.
Pentecostal are the CAN.
Yes, CAN is Pentecostal.
The CAN, Catholic is not among the CAN.
Yeah.
So the CAN had make up all this Pentecostal, all this Kwarakuku church everywhere. They are the CAN.
Okay, noted.
Okay,
Go on.
Bishop Kuka, is Bishop Kuka not a Catholic priest?
But it's not CAN. It's not. I think Kuka is not a member of CAN. Oh, is he?
I think we will go and check up that.
He was once the chairman. He was once the chairman of CAN.
Oh, really?
Of Sokoto Diocese, yes.
Okay. Yeah, we are CAN before. So when they were doing all those things, Catholic pulled out of CAN for a long time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Because say Bishop Kuka always attend CAN meetings. Even the one they held in Enugu some time ago in Lagos, Ibadan, he attended. So I don't know whether he was attending on invitation in his own capacity or he was representing.
It is simple. We'll go and check and see if they can, Catholic is still part of it. We're going to.
Okay.
But Brahmas, do you know, Brahmas? Sorry, Brahmas.
Yes, sir.
Do you know that I heard that they've offered him government appointment now? So now he's double speaking now. He said that the government is doing well. Yeah.
These people, they know how to buy them. You remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that Nigeria has set aside over $29 billion or $30 billion as a war chest for this fight? Do you know what that is? Yeah. See, they can do everything. There is nothing. You see, look, no matter what CAN says, no matter what they have said or what they are going to say, the diplomatic missions and their security agencies that are working with them, the attaches, military attaches, and the investigative department that are there with them know what is going on in Nigeria. And the report they are sending to their various countries of origin is overwhelming. That is the reason why Ted Cruz will come out openly and tell them that there is genocide against the Christians in Nigeria, and Nigeria has become the worst place for Christians to thrive. The information they have sourcing out from their satellite, if you think that they are not using their satellite to see all the spying that is going on in Nigeria, think again. Think again. If America will set up a satellite that is going to verify whether they destroy the nuclear plant in Iran or nothing underground, let's say about close to, is it up to 10 or 20 or 25 story building down, that will tell you, for them to study what is happening in Nigeria would not even be a tax for them. They know what is going on in that country. They know the killings, the fighting that is going on. They know. And the Muslims, let me tell you this. When you go to Islamic religion, there are different sects. Different sects. There are 5 major sects in it. The first one that I can tell you here are the Shiites and the Sunnis. There is serious problem in there. There are some of them that believes not to have Sharia. There are some of them that are liberal as well. Take what I'm telling you today. And these are the people that they are also buying. These are the people the extremists are also buying. When you come to my own place here, we have Muslims. You have them. They work together. You don't speak. You don't make inflammatory statements. You don't even do it. The constitution will not allow you to do it here. You will not. But in Nigeria, the constitution empowers them to do what they want to do. And nobody speaks against it. That is how it is. So these are the people, the liberal, amongst them are the ones that they are also killing, buying over there. Sorry for that word. Buying over there. They are also paying the price because they are not directly supporting them on what they are doing. But they also believe in the Islamic tenets. Which one of them is Sharia? They believe in it. But as long as it affects other people, some of them don't like it. Because I lived with them before. I walked with so many of them. They will come out and tell you, no, that is not how it is. You see, so that's how these people roll. So if the Khan believes that America, with all their sophistications in Nigeria, is not witnessing what is going on in Nigeria, they should think again. This is the time America should know. And the international community that are now criticizing for a long time the atrocity that is being carried out by this Islamic jihadists, that Khan is lying. Like my brother said, if there is a way they will arrest them for lying to the world, they should arrest them. If there is a way they will arrest these people that wants to go there to do what, I don't know what they are going there to do. They should arrest them. Otherwise, Canada has proscribed. They call them terrorists, PDP and APC. You are the leading parties in that country that have ruled severally. You cannot curtail the excesses of these terrorists in Nigeria. They are dealing with people at will. They are dealing with people at will. They are going into their various ancestral homes and houses, evacuating and buying them, mutilating their bodies. And you will come out and tell us that, oh, you cannot. When your military and your security agencies have come out to tell you that these people are the weapon that they have, that they cannot even fight them. Biafrans, if you are a lover of freedom and a lover of peace and a lover of, disintegration from an entity that is so demonic like that one that we are watching over there, come out, speak, and do what is necessary for your ancestral land to be saved. If not, your ancestral land will be a battleground for these evil forces. And remember that all the Islamic countries around the world are behind them. They are throwing billions for them to Islamize Nigeria. And there is no way we will run away from it unless we wake up and stand to that challenge. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Mazi Chiefs, I will call him no. It is where I salute you. My people in the comment section, I say, may God continue to bless each and every one of you. We will prevail over the scorpions and snakes in that entity. Thank you for having me. I yield.
Thank you so much, our brother Maxwell. I have done a fact check on that Roman Catholic, if they are part of CAN. From the findings I saw there, Roman Catholic is still part of CAN. Though there was a time they left briefly, they left in 2012 till 2016. They joined back. But as it stands today, They are fully part of CAN, and they participate in everything. They left briefly between 2012 and 2016, but they came back 2016. So Catholic is part of CAN. They are. So, my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this program from beginning to the end. And thank you all for your support. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being part of the program. We will continue to speak. Whether they hear us or not, we must continue. May Chukwu guide and protect every one of us. We will continue to spread this gospel. We will continue to speak, and our voice will be heard. We cannot allow them to bully us. We can't allow them to stop us, no matter the attacks we engage, no matter how they attack us, they try to denigrate us, they try to call us names, we will not stop. So as you join us on daily broadcasts, twice a day, we broadcast in the morning and in the evening. Whenever you join us, please like and share the program. Share the program on your platform to family and friends. To those who are not able to join us live, share to them so that they can equally share from this information. Information is power. Every one of us must be part of it. We pray that Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Biafran brothers and sisters, mainly in Biafra land. We also pray that Chukwu Okike guide and protect our leaders, our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. We pray that they will be protected and they will join us very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper, and no weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. See you again later in the evening, and stay blessed. Bye-bye. Good night.
Oh, hail Biafra!